I actually bought 100 TikTok ads. Ryan Trahan video.
The other day, I was hanging out with Haley's cousins, and they had all this stuff from TikTok Shop, and they kept saying things like,
have y'all ever ordered anything from TikTok Shop? I just perceive TikTok Shop how I perceive Temu, where, or just like anything where it's like, okay, this is going to show up, but it's going to show up like late, right? It's cheap because it's not going to be here next day like Amazon or any other, you know, service.
Like mogging and am I cooked chat? And I have no idea what any of that stuff means. For the first time in my life, I feel old. So today I am re-downloading TikTok, buying the first 100 TikTok Shop ads I see. And by the end of this video, I'm gonna meet back up with Haley's cousins, but this time I'm gonna fit in.
Oh, Grandpa's Weeder. Oh, Grandpa's Weeder. That's what I always get stupid ads for. Oh my God, it's because I watch the videos too, because they're entertaining. It's always it's like some middle-aged mom just like, oh, this tool is a lifesaver. Get Grandpa's Weeder. And it's just a metal pole with a hook.
This is a bad idea.
Mog tape. If you want to be the Sigma and Riz your crush this year, then you need this. Bro, see what I mean? $25 for $11.92. What world is it Black Friday every day on TikTok? Everything's just half off.
Here we go. Mog tape. The ad I saw for this product was honestly insane.
It's so stupid. It's just tape.
And if you want to be the Sigma and Riz your crush this year, then you need this. The packaging on the Mog tape is pretty nice. It's breathable, gentle, hypoallergenic, and it just works. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it does it. The back just clearly feels like I got scammed. Like, why is...
Product Mog mouth tape. Mog tape. Don't let bad sleep hold you back. Start mogging. Oh, so you tape your mouth shut before you go to bed. Oh, that seems safe.
There a shushing emoji next to the title of the product. Apparently, you just put the tape on your mouth and you start mogging.
Bro, that's not even Mog tape. Hasn't mouth tape been a thing for people that are mouth breathers at night for fucking forever? That's like, this is actually just a reinvented product to pan towards insecure teenagers.
It just looks like I got a mustache.
$60 toaster. Oh, but I can select bagel, waffle, and muffin, grain, and pastry. What is N muffin?
I got the fancy toaster. I bought it. It has all these settings: bread, bagel, pastry, waffle, English muffin, grain. It also lets you select how cooked you want your bread to be.
Yo, that's burnt, and then that's just charred.
Visually, let's see how good this toaster is going in. I'm thinking a light 4. That's what it should look like. Let's see. Goodness! Doesn't have much weight to it. Holy moly. My bread is going to be toasting for a total of 3 minutes. The TikToks promoting this toaster are all over the place, but every single one of them comes back to the point.
Just got mine. I'm obsessed. I love mine.
That it is the fanciest toaster.
The way this was $600 a couple weeks back. Who the fuck would buy a $600 toaster? Who the fuck would buy a $600 toaster? A couple weeks back, it was not fucking $600. A couple years back. $600 a couple years back. It's a fucking toaster.
Or hat. That actually looks perfect. Pretty cool toaster.
A $5 lavalier mic for 2.
I actually cannot wait to use this lav mic. You guys know me. I love lav mics. I'm using one right now. This was $5.77. Just watch this.
I wanted to test the wireless mics to see how well the noise cancellation works in the worst conditions. These things come on. The lawnmower should go away. This guy's lawn's still getting cut though. Don't worry, buddy.
So let's see if it's legit.
That's a lot of post-edit cutting.
All right, guys. So this is...
Even like a good Rode mic would not cut that out.
This microphone right here. It was literally $5. I'm just going to plug this in, and you should notice a difference in the audio. Listen closely.
It's gonna be bad.
All right, what do we think? Do we think this is pretty good audio? Let me know if I should use it.
Monopoly Money Design sticker.
Everybody's asking, Ryan, which credit card sleeve did you get? Ryan, did you get the one with SpongeBob? No, I got this one. I'm at Taco Bell. I really don't understand the purpose of this. I guess it's like a fun way to customize your credit cards and maybe even conceal information that you don't want out there. I'm gonna make a purchase and hopefully get a chuckle out of it. Can I just get a Baja Blast?
There, there's the window.
Awesome. I'm known for my pranks, but
Pulling up to a fucking Taco Bell just to get a drink is dirty work.
this is gonna be the craziest one yet.
Cause I be thirsty, then bring a drink, bitch. What? What, is he worried they're not gonna accept it?
302.
You guys take Monopoly money?
Sure.
It's a credit card sleeve. It's a little prank. They didn't even laugh a little bit.
Men's business watch. Yeah, that's just gonna be straight plastic.
I'm still in the Taco Bell drive-thru. This item is perfect because I tried to make them laugh.
Yo, how do you get into hand modeling? You know how they're always like, you have to have like a look? Like, what is the look for being a hand model?
And they didn't like me, so now I can impress them with materialistic things. $11. If someone told me this was 10K, I'd believe them. The TikToks of people flexing this is like, honestly, I respect it. See how it looks on me. Yo,
Yeah, it's only fucking 7 links too big.
Can I get a Baja Blast?
Anything else?
That's gonna be it.
Alright, it'd be 280 at the window.
Didn't he just fucking order?
Already finished my Baja Blast. Gotta make sure they can see the watch.
Back already.
Sorry, it was so good.
He just keeps ordering Baja Blast for the rest of the video. Back already? Yeah, for round 2.
Had to.
You want to try a gelato?
Yeah. Oh yes, I saw this on TikTok.
Yeah.
Is it pretty good?
I think they're pretty good.
Okay, cool. Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. See you guys.
You're just giving him food.
All right. Take care. I wear the watch, and they give me free Baja Blast gelato and a Cinnabon. I have an idea.
I have an idea. Let's see how many free things they'd give me if I walked into the Taco Bell with a bomb strapped to my chest. I wonder what free things I'd be able to get then.
If Taco Bell liked the watch, just wait until they see the Lambo. I knew this was gonna be a scam the whole time, so honestly, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm actually excited about this. I didn't know if it would drive with me in it, but look at this.
Let's just go to the window. What can I get for you?
I just like another Baja Blast. All right. Thank you, King.
Just fucking 180 grams of sugar to the fucking dome in 5 minutes.
That was my last one, I promise. All right, see you guys.
That was my last one, I promise. Just fucking green vomit right all over the sidewalk. Bro, I mean, that's just like a jersey, dude.
This is probably the first official scam of the video. In the TikToks that I saw, this jersey looks incredible. It looks pretty underwhelming in person, but hey, it's an Ohtani jersey.
It looks like a fucking Halloween costume in person.
I don't understand because literally every TikTok has Ohtani on the back. This looks nothing like what I bought online.
$47 camera? Oh yeah, that's not gonna take pictures in fucking 480p.
I love electronics. I love looking at them online, but I'm worried that people are getting a little bit too good at marketing on TikTok Shop. This camera was $47. The girl that was promoting this camera called it the viral 4K digital camera. The part of me thinks if you're trying to sell something, you just put viral in front of it, and then all of a sudden you sell them. Regardless, she made money off of me, so let's try it out. This camera
It looks low quality.
is pretty nice. It has a flip out screen, which is really surprising. I guess let's just try to take a photo.
Yeah, 4K quality.
Okay, that was fun, but one way you can definitely tell this is a TikTok Shop item, there's a beauty face filter that you can turn on built into the camera.
Wow. But I mean, like, dude, for $47, that's a pretty good product. It's just a waste of money because your phone does it.
This is definitely one of the most intriguing items of this video. The TikTok's crazy. I don't know what it is. Is it a cake or not? She's selling it as a candle. It's so funny. All the comments are like, how do you make the bread rise like that? And she's just gatekeeping. She's not telling us. So here it is. It smells like food. It looks like food. Let's light it on fire.
That was burning obscenely fast. I almost bought one of these. Oh my god, the chamoy pickle. And you know that tastes like dick, too. Where they get, like, a pickle out of a bag and then cover it in a fruit roll-up and, like, spicy fucking... Like, there's no way that tastes good.
I don't know how I feel about eating anything that I bought on TikTok, but this looks like a pretty good deal. Every TikTok that I've seen featuring a chamoy pickle, it literally looks like their hands are going to be stained red for the rest of their lives. The fact that you can pour out the liquid that this pickle has been sitting in...
Oh, and then you're going to drink it? Like, oh, stop.
And it looks like pure red 40. It's concerning at best. I'm terrified of pretty much anything that's spicy, and candy just probably shouldn't be spicy. Can we all agree on that? But here's what comes in a bussin' snack.
Nah, dude, hot tamales are a rounding candy. They make a person, you know? Halloween, it's your first time getting hot tamales. You're like 5 years old. You pop one in for the first time. Jump scare, right? It doesn't taste like a Sour Patch Kid or a Mike and Ike. It's straight cinnamon.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Some spicy Lucas. More Lucas. This is, yeah, spicy gummies. A fruit roll-up. Medical gloves. Okay, I don't...
Bro, I still stand by that the worst Halloween candy is Laffy Taffy and then any gummy food-based things. Like a gummy hamburger or a gummy pizza.
So before I prepare my worst nightmare, I literally am so scared to eat something like that. I'm eating each of the ingredients one by one. The hot Cheetos are pretty good. These are hotter than I remember. The spicy spaghetti was actually pretty solid. There's also this hot sauce. I just tried a dab and it was a bit too much for me. This stuff was actually really good. But finally, it's time to prepare a chamoy pickle. If I was...
How unhealthy is this?
In the Avengers, this is all they would need to stop me. I hate everything that this stands for, but I'm...
Bro, like, the feeling you probably have after eating an entire chamoy pickle would be worse than eating, like, a Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich.
So, this is for you, Haley.
Nah, you gotta chew it. He did not throw up. Ew. Ew. Toasting your hot dog? Where does the juices go?
This was one of the first TikTok ads that I saw after re-downloading the app. I love that he slices his hot dogs. This man knows how to elevate his life with the little things.
It's gonna burn the fuck out of it. It's gonna burn the fuck out of the bun, and the hot dog's gonna be cold. Yeah, me putting my uncooked beef frank just straight into the toaster. I just hear... Oh, I think the dogs are sweating.
And just like that, you've got yourself a perfect dog.
That's lukewarm.
You don't have to get that close when I take the bite. You don't have to...
No fucking condiments, just a dry dog.
All right,
Bro, I'm actually happy that I can't eat beef franks anymore. Because those taste so ass. Now I have an excuse to be like, actually, do you have any chicken hot dogs?
The reason that I bought this is because the girl who uploaded this TikTok is a master salesman. Watch this.
OMG. This is the best thing I have ever ordered from this app. Look at this cereal dispenser. Like what?
She seems stoked about...
Like what? Like what? I could have all my favorite cereals in the morning.
She seems stoked about this product. Let's put some cereal in it.
Yo, I haven't had Captain Crunch in so fucking long.
I need help. I can't stop spilling things. The cake from the train video. The tea. Oh my gosh. The coffee.
Oh, that's bad.
The train video. The tea.
Oh, that's really bad, dude. Just all over your fucking keyboard. That would break your computer.
Oh my gosh. The coffee.
All over the map.
Never end. I was already upset that I spilled a bunch of cereal, but also it only dispenses 1 grain of cereal at a time. Like just one.
Oh, the Kraken. Yo, this is the only good TikTok shop product that I've ever seen.
This guy invented a product where pretty much you just stab it into a drink or a jar of peanut butter or, worst case scenario, Vaseline and try to drink it really quickly. I'm responsible, but I'm also fun. So today we're going to be trying this product out with Diet Mountain Dew. Good luck, everybody.
That might be the worst soda to shotgun.
Holy smokes. That's one way to ingest 12 ounces of Diet Mountain Dew.
I bought Brooke this. Not on the TikTok shop, though. Brooke has this product.
Neck massager. It's about 35 bucks on TikTok shop. Specifically this TikTok that says, I let my father-in-law test out the viral massager. Look at his reaction. He sold me this product. Without further ado, let's plug this thing in. Oh. Oh, whoa!
It blew his mind.
Bro, indoor inflatable, $300.
I'm a grown
That actually seems pretty cheap.
man.
Oh, no, that's way smaller.
The weird thing about this
I mean, it is for toddlers.
listing is I think if you buy it, they just send you a random inflatable. This is not the one I bought. The one I bought had the kiwi on it, like the kid was playing with. It looks like instead of the kiwi, I got that, whatever that is. I'm gonna have some fun now. All right, guys, so the first thing I did was have fun with this Ray Blaster. Climbed up the bouncy house, headed straight to the slide. You already know what I did. Slid down that bad boy, stood up completely unharmed, decided to start punching this target. You guys know I have a pretty mean haymaker, so I literally cut a hole in it, and that's all the fun I got to have with this item. We've got an old
High quality, creepy old man mask.
All right.
Doesn't look very high quality. Just looks like some shit you'd get at a Spirit Halloween.
TikToks like this are honestly like my least favorite kind of content on the internet. I just don't know many people that would actually be scared by an old person. That's pretty much just what it is. With that being said, let's try it on. I think it just tore. It just tore immediately. This was such a waste of money.
I have one of those from Manscaped. It's so nice. Just weed whacking the fucking nose hairs, dude. I got that old man hair up in the nose. I can't grow beard for shit. 22, can't grow a beard. When I tell you I got nose hair, chat, it's like fucking Tame in the Jungle. You just be going, and it hurts. It like tickles, and then you just have just loose hair in your nostrils.
This electric nose trimmer. I mean, I don't got crazy nose hairs or anything, but we all have our days. It's $12, which anything that's electronic, I'm kind of surprised when it's fairly cheap. But if you want to talk about being surprised, I got scammed. This is not electronic at all. It's a piece of metal. You have to manually trim your nose
Oh, is it like scissors?
hairs with this thing. Are you kidding me? What is this from? The Stone Age? I'm sorry for the eye contact. I got ripped off.
Oh, so they're just like new Heelys. Yo, I miss heel. Oh, actually, these kind of look fire. They don't look like they'd support my body weight, though. They look like ball bearings that would be used in a fidget spinner.
I'm about to put you on. These are gonna change your life. I gotta watch a video real quick. I need that. I watched a quick tutorial about how these work, and now you're about to watch a handsome guy.
I do miss Heelys. Dude, I just remember thinking a motherfucker was badass if they hit a sick Heely. Middle of the school hallway.
Absolutely shred.
And they look just like regular shoes. How's it going? But can regular shoes do this?
Yo, I've always wanted a shoe knife. I feel like that's just the best method of defense. Sorry, Ryan, I'm skipping your ad.
Mewing gum. This is supposed to give you a jawline from another planet. I should look like a different species after chewing.
Was that you? No, that's not me.
Another planet. I should look like a different species after chewing this gum. The TikTok that I saw promoting this product, he definitely had a transformation that I'm hoping is not real. I'm hoping that his jaw does not look like that. But regardless, let's give this a shot. Comes with quite a bit of gum. Here goes nothing. Oh. It says to chew for 5 to 15 minutes for maximum results, so... Here's my face before mewing gum, and here's my face after. Let me know if you notice a difference.
Nope.
Uh-oh, nighttime. Randomly nighttime clip. I have never seen people try to sell a product as much as people try to sell this projector. People are doing staged scenes to try to sell this thing. This TikTok is crazy.
Yo, you want some ramen?
What are you doing? Turn off the lights. I'm finna die.
Bro, what do you mean you about to die? Are you a vampire or something?
Bro, look up.
Are you a vampire or something?
Oh, snap.
Well, it worked on me. Hey, Spock.
Oh, snap. You got that portable projector that's on the TikTok shop for 35% off right now?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me that I sleep with a chihuahua. This projector has a lot of tall promises. It also comes with a remote with no batteries. I had to put the batteries in myself. I got it all plugged in.
Whenever I see an NPC comment like shit like that, I just immediately assume it's a porn bot.
All right.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
Nice.
Rock speakers.
So it's a Bluetooth speaker that you attach to Crocs. The Crocs in this video have to go down in history. That is a Sprite giblet, a Bluetooth speaker, and headlights. It actually looks like he might commute to work in these things. It's got the little giblet attachment here. I've got my Crocs from when I went to Shrek Swamp, and I've actually never added a giblet to a pair of Crocs before, so let's give it a shot.
Here goes nothing.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Imagine that playing on a 10-hour loop as I walk through the mall.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Well, here we are. 2 weeks after buying and testing 100 TikTok shop ads, I asked Haley's cousins to meet up. You see, in the past,
Bro, he had to test 100 of them and didn't include all of them.
they as cringe and old. But thanks to TikTok shop, those days are gone.
Oh, have you seen the virals? Have you seen the viral freeze-dried Skittles? Oh, they're only $8.99. Shut the fuck up. That was a good video, though. Those aren't going to be something that they mark down a lot.
Regardless, Black Friday TV sales are so common that the mentality is in America that you should not buy a TV until it's Black Friday, because it's stupid to do so otherwise. Retailers report that the average discount on a TV during Black Friday will be 23%. But if everyone is offering such steep discounts, how does a retailer stand out in the crowd? It's not like they're gonna slash their own bottom lines, right? Of course not. Instead, they'll just slash the quality of life and well-being of their employees. I'm talking about a phenomenon called Black Friday creep, which is part of Christmas creep, the idea that retailers start holiday-themed sales well before the traditional season starts. Massive retailers like Amazon and Walmart
Yeah, but that's what made Black Friday no longer like a big deal.
offer an entire Black Friday week for some items. Best Buy starts its Black Friday sales.
Well, that's Cyber Monday. But then you'll see like, dude, what's a store that does like heavy Black Friday stuff? I feel like it's not Best Buy does it a lot. Yeah, fucking starting November 8th all the way through Cyber Monday. So it's a whole month. But I'm pretty sure like Walmart or like a big chain did Black Friday from like October.
The week before Thanksgiving, and Target
Like all the way through like mid-December.
starts its early
Yeah, Target November 1st through December 24th. It's not even Black Friday. Now, yeah, holiday savings.
Black Friday sale at the beginning of November.
Many at 40% off or higher. Like, that's lame as fuck, bro. The biggest sale you're going to have is 40% off base price. You need to have some shit that's like 90% off.
Early Black Friday
I need to be able to buy a fucking toaster for $1.
sale at the beginning of November.
For you to motivate people to actually pull up.
The race to the starting line of Christmas shopping, we got so bad in the early 2000s that employees were getting pissed because you had to work on Thanksgiving. In 2009, Kmart became the first major retailer to start its holiday sale on Thanksgiving, opening their doors at 8 p.m. for early Black Friday shopping, which, just so we're clear, was only 4 hours away from their normal opening hours, which was midnight. So why the f*** are you doing this? But not to be outdone, by 2013, shops like Target, Toys R Us, Walmart, Sears, and Macy's started opening up on Thanksgiving too. But in an insane bit of marketing, instead of calling it Thanksgiving,
Wow, dude. Like, imagine being the guy all the way in the back of the fucking line over there. Why are you even trying? Why are you even trying? Like, I feel like I'm going home.
retailers tried to rebrand it as Gary Thursday. Who the f*** is Gary? And imagine being a retail worker on, it's like, don't worry, you're not going to go see your family on Thanksgiving. No, today you're going to be working Gary Thursday. Does that sound good to you? Gary Thursday was met with widespread opposition from workers, and the pandemic Christmas season effectively put an end to it. But that hasn't stopped the overall Black Friday creep. Online shopping has enabled retailers to offer digital deals early without the hassle of in-store displays or staffing. Not only does this benefit companies by pushing sales with less overhead, but it also alleviates the sheer number of shoppers in their brick and mortar shops on
the sheer number of shoppers ruining their businesses, or more so the workers that have to be fucking fearful of their life during a Target Black Friday deal as they watch people push down the doors and trample each other to grab and they have to check that person out.
This was a welcome change from the Y2K era of Black Friday, which became overcrowded and, in general,
like that guy could have died.
Extremely dangerous. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the part of the script where I talk about people dying, so grab your popcorn and your true crime headset and let's get into it. Also, I'm wearing a hat now. Don't mention it, my hair was pissing me off. Between 2006 and 2021, at least 17 deaths and more than 100 injuries were tied to Black Friday shopping. For many, the most...
Oh, what? 17 deaths? That's more than one a year. I would have assumed like 5 people died.
For many, the most wonderful time of the year turns bloody in the name of good sales. Good shopping. Which makes me wonder, what limited edition release or outstanding discount would be worth getting harmed? Well, let's find out, shall we? It's time to play a...
It's gonna be, oh my god, is this gonna be like a game show? Am I gonna be able to guess? It's gonna be, like vacuums or TVs, headphones, speakers. It's going to be anything in the back of a Walmart or just a Best Buy. It's going to be tech. I feel like even somebody probably died like trying to get a hoverboard. So around that area as well. Probably the hoverboard season. Imagine being the kid that asked for a hoverboard and your parents fucking die trying to get you one.
The rules are simple, and that was actually real though. If you use code SIT, you get $1 for the first month. The rules are simple. I'm going to show you a deal, and we're going to decide just how far someone would be willing to go to obtain that deal. What deadly extremes await? Let's find out. In 2011, Walmart offered a 4GB, which is crazy, Xbox 360 Connect bundle.
4 gigabyte? 4 gigabyte. There were games that you could play on an Xbox 360 that were below 4 gigabytes? What game? Even a Call of Duty on the Xbox 360 was probably, what, like 30 gigabytes? 40? Not a digital? Ooh, yeah, if you had a disc copy, how much disc space would it take?
For $199.96 plus a $50 gift card. Keep in mind,
So you get Xbox for $149 effectively. But they're giving you the gift card because you're obviously going to buy something that's over $50, so they're getting your business that you would rather take elsewhere. What was the price of a regular Xbox 360?
Keep in mind that this bundle was sold for anywhere between $250 and $300 at the time. Not only that...
Oh, it was 4 gigabytes of RAM. Games were just discs. They didn't have digital copies on the 360. Sorry.
Keep in mind that this bundle was sold for anywhere between $250 and $300 at the time. Not only that, but the gift card really sweetened the bundle. That's free money, baby. You could walk out of there with a brand new console and a copy of Halo 3 for basically nothing. So what?
I mean, is that crazy of a deal? $300 console that you're getting for, it's 50% off. I think, yeah, getting an Xbox 360 for 50% off, one of the biggest consoles of its time. Like, the PS3 ended up selling more all time, but I'm pretty sure the Xbox 360 steamrolled initially.
What would you be willing to do to play Connectimals for the first time? Survey says a woman in LA unleashed pepper spray on an entire Walmart to keep people away from the console. Luckily, only 20 people were hurt, most with only minor injuries related to fleeing the scene of the maniacal discount shopper. But there's a catch. The woman claims she only used pepper spray to protect her own self and children from other maniacal shoppers. So there's just layers of insanity here. We have adults ripping Xboxes out of the arms of children, which also makes me wonder if these kids are picking their own gifts. The 2000s were a night.
You see, that's a cheap strategy. That's a cheap strategy. Black Friday shopping is solely for adults. Hey, I originally was going to have to take, wow, you just tried to take an Xbox away from a kid. But you're choosing to bring your kids into a war zone because you're going to try and guilt other people you're going to be like, "Oh, honey, here, hold this Xbox," even though you have a fucking cart. You know, you're going to give the Xbox to your 8-year-old child knowing that that's dangerous when you could put it in the cart because then they won't take it. Walk up to the kid. boom, just grab that shit and fucking run out. Nah, yo, sorry kid, rules don't exist in the Walmart on Black Friday. Wham, just fucking knock him out. Steal the Xbox, run out of that bitch.
Do not arm mothers during the Christmas season. Everyone's going crazy, mothers most of which, because they gotta put gifts under the tree, and they'll do anything to do that. Alright, our next deal to die for comes to us courtesy of the great nation of Canada. We all know that they're supposed to be nicer in the Great White North, so I'm assuming this is going to be mild at best. But this story-
You throw through the ceiling tiles. You walk out, you see him, it's like there's one Xbox left, you just grab him and chuck him into the ceiling and just run off. He's like stuck in the vents.
Is about sneakerheads, so the niceness of Canadians mixed with the assholeness of sneakerheads probably balances out a pretty good bunch. In 2016, the Adidas store in Vancouver hosted a Black Friday drop of Bape sneaker collab called MMDR1 Olive Camo. If you're not familiar with sneaker world...
Oh, did they like resell for crazy?
Or Bape in 2016, this was a huge deal. Mainly because resellers scoop up all of the shoes and sell them on the secondary market for an insane markup. So if you wanted these cool ass kicks without spending an extra hundreds of dollars on the secondhand market, your best bet was waiting in line and being willing to pay retail. So how wild would hypebeasts go to wear something that you literally step in dog shit with? Well, let's find out. Survey says over 300 people showed up for the drop and the store had no security to oversee the crowd. One customer, who was apparently drunk, became agitated and started throwing punches at others in line. At one point, he decided, like most aggro drunk guys do, to
Oh my god, I've seen this video.
take off his shirt and challenge onlookers to fisticuffs. Eventually, he took his belt off and started swinging it around, using it as a whip to hit others in the crowd. Eventually, the cops were called to disperse the crowd and apprehended the shirtless and beltless Canadian sneakerhead. So congratulations, brother. You did a weird, aggressive striptease. You have to pay 500% markup for your dumbass shoes, and you're gonna spend the night of Christmas in jail. You. But okay, America, we're not gonna let Canada one-up us on crazy-ass consumerism, are we? Our next prize is a deep discount on a Samsung 50-inch Plasma HD TV.
That's worth it. That's worth it. I don't even know what the discount is, bro. But that's worth fucking throwing hands for in, what, like 2012? A fucking Samsung flat screen.
Best kind of TV you can buy to this day. So I understand the what's the word I'm looking for? Hysteria. In 2008, Walmart's Black Friday sale offered
2008.
for this puppy at $798. For context,
Bro, see, that's the crazy shit about TVs. That TV now would be like $100. They have really expensive like 4K OLED TVs and shit, but it's like, bro, you could get a good flat screen for so much cheaper now.
plasma screen TVs were top of the line back then. And this model regularly
Well, yeah, this specific one. This is a blocky flat screen.
retailed at over $1,000 more than Walmart's sales price. So this was legitimate.
Huh? They're selling it for $700 and normally it was around $2K.
Since 38% of Black Friday shoppers say they're in the market for a TV, a deal like the Samsung 50-incher doesn't last long. So how much plasma are you willing to lose to get this much plasma in your life? This deal brought out residents of Valley Stream, New York in droves. Over 2,000 people waited in line for Walmart's Black Friday to begin, and when a store employee started to open the doors, the impatient crowd surged forward, breaking through the metal barrier and trampling the employee to death. Instead of trying to help
Bro, they killed the fucking employee.
them, thousands of customers piled into the store, crawling over one another and the employee. When security and other Walmart workers tried to clear the store because, you know, it was basically the scene of a murder, customers actually complained. The store did close for a few hours, but then opened back up again once they got the dead body out of there.
That's insane they didn't full close for the day. I feel like the family should be able to fucking sue Walmart for, like, crazy money there, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? The guy gets trampled to death when they open. They close for a few hours and then fucking open back up. Yeah, sorry, we gotta clean all the blood off the floor.
But I don't know, that's a good deal on a TV. I can't talk. So that's crazy. Someone actually died and an employee nonetheless. So now it's time for our final round of Deal or Die. And surprise, surprise, this takes place at another Walmart in Reno, Nevada in 2016. Now the thing you have to understand is there
Dude, 2016, it's like, I mean, that's, you know, almost 10 years ago, but I feel like a lot of these stories would have been like 2005, 2006. Because, like, Black Friday shopping has consistently gotten worse over the years. Meaning, like, the sales are worse. The sales are worse, so there's no reason to go.
million in-store Black Friday shoppers that year. And you know, there are only so many spaces in a Black Friday parking lot. The spaces at this Walmart were hard to come by, and the cars people drive are gigantic. So this altercation wasn't over a flat screen or, like I said, one of those dumb Ninja products. It was over a parking spot. I mean, to keep in mind, there was an actual deal going on. Walmart had a killer deal on the DJI Phantom 3 drone. This puppy was marked down from $499 to $369, so that's wild
That's $100.
savings. So what would you do
$100. $100 is good, but it's $100 on a fucking $500 product.
for a parking spot to get into a store that had a drone off for 26%? This one seems like it wasn't worth it. A driver was accidentally cut off in a parking lot, so he got out of his vehicle and attacked the other driver with a metal rod. The driver, who was
Yeah, I feel like that's just road rage.
getting his face smashed in, grabbed a gun from his car and fired through the window, killing the attacker. The shooter, fled the scene and claimed he feared for his life, and I don't blame him. So just to be
maybe fleeing the scene because there was like crazy people there. But I think in an instance like that, the shooter is in the right because the guy was attacking him with a metal rod. But fleeing the scene makes him look mad guilty. You know what I mean? Like you got in an argument with a guy, he gets out of his car, starts fucking attacking you, trying to kill you. You shoot him, fine. But then you drive home.
clear, if you're ever in Reno, Nevada, just know that the Walmart parking lots there are ruled by Wild Wild West law. Just start shooting if you don't get a parking spot. But you know what the worst part of Deal or Die is? It's usually not worth the deal nowadays. With its dark roots in labor exploitation, aspirational consumerism, and violence, many Black Friday sales aren't even valued. All too often, stores jack up the price of an item right before the holiday just so they can offer a bigger discount on it without actually losing money. Last year, the $20 Amazon stick was raised by $20 the day before Black Friday and then sold at a 50% discount.
That should be illegal. That should be illegal. The government should do something about that. That is insane. $20, they double the price, half it by 50%. They're just selling it for what they were selling it before. But now they're just conning you into thinking that you're getting a good deal.
How are we falling for this shit? And some Black Friday sales aren't actually discounts. They're either pre-existing sales rebranded or they're just listed as sales for the hell of it. A study found that approximately
Wow, it's just the same sale. I think that's scummy. I don't think that should be illegal because that's still it's still a sale. They're just calling it a Black Friday sale versus literally changing the price to then have it, but still sell it for the same price you were selling it before.
A study found that approximately 41 of Black Friday items offer no real savings compared to their usual prices. Imagine getting whipped in the face with a belt, hit with a metal pipe, or shot in the chest just because you're trying to buy a drone for a regular retail price. That's the kind of behavior that will never get you into heaven. I know, I did a skit about it. But whether it's online or in-store on Gray Thursday, Black Friday, or Cyber Monday, you're gonna spend some serious money this holiday season. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna go on some spiel about the true meaning of Christmas. I want gifts, I like candy, and if I don't have good enough gifts under the Christmas tree, I act like that little bitch in Harry Potter. 45? Is it 45 or 40? I don't remember the number he says, but he's being a dick. What's his name? Trevor? No. I don't know.
Trevor Dursley, is that his actual name in the game? Or not in the game, in the movie? Isn't it Dudley?
Whatever. I just want you to know that every gift you unwrap during the season of giving was paid by the blood of the proletariat and ghosts of Black Friday past. Let me know what discounts you've seen in the past where you'd go
his name's Dudley Dursley.
Wild Wild West in a Reno parking lot in order to obtain that sweet, sweet deal. Because let's face it, everybody has a price. New videos every Saturday and sometimes Wednesday. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And sometimes Wednesday. I fucking love Big Tug. That was a fun video. Coming out. I hatched the world's biggest versus smallest eggs.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here.
You ever see videos of when people cook ostrich eggs? Not ones with actual fetuses in them. Disgusting. It's so much egg. Too much egg. And it looks gross. I gotta look up a video of that. Bro, what is he using, a hacksaw to open the egg? Oh.
That's the hardest part done. Now, into a bowl first. Look at this. Boy, look at that.
Well, I don't need an instant replay. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look good to me. Maybe Gordon Ramsay will chef this up. But I feel like the egg consistency looks like... Oh my god, it looks like mud. Oh, he's actually soft scrambling it. Oh, God. Worst way to eat eggs, Gordon. I'm sorry. Just give me a fried egg. Ew! Like, bro, that's not... Okay, that's not even the ostrich egg. That's just the way that Gordon Ramsay made those eggs. I don't want that.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here is one of the smallest. I'm hatching 3.
Baby birds are gross. Oh my God.
It's the best pet. But as they grew...
Bro, he raised an ostrich into adulthood. I still believe this is the biggest animal by weight that I could take down in a fight. I think I got a 20% chance of killing an ostrich. Bare hands.
I lost my space, my sleep, and my sanity. But I didn't realize this would be the most expensive, dangerous, and emotionally draining video I've ever made.
I can't do this anymore.
What's the world's smallest egg? That's got to be like a bug or something. Has the world's smallest egg. Smallest bird egg? A quail egg? A quail egg's the smallest bird egg.
20 duck and 100 quail eggs. Each one needs their own incubator, but it didn't take long.
Oh my God, no, that just gave me flashbacks, bro. Did y'all ever raise like ducks? Or like chicklets or whatever they're fucking called? Chickens? Are they chickens? Are they ducks? What did we raise when we were in school, in like elementary school? It was chicks, right? Yeah, baby chickens in class. And you would have like a thing. It was like, yeah, like kindergarten, preschool. Y'all did that? Yeah. We raised in, well, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of U.S. schools, you raised like baby chicks.
Some struggle, but it's only a matter of time. The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos.
I've seen a few dead ones. You ever see a dead one on the ground? It's sad, but it's gross. It like fell out of the nest or the mom rejected it. I've seen that before. Where you're walking on the side of the road and there's just like a dead baby bird on the side of the ground.
The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos, the stress, and the danger I didn't see coming.
Oh my God. All right, guys, so I have some bad news. A fox got into the incubator and killed all of the quail eggs. All of the quails are gone. Here's the footage. It's just a fox just chowing down on it.
Now, the quail are impossibly small.
Look at this. I'm a dad.
I would be mortified that I would fucking accidentally, like, drop one and step on it. Like, especially when they follow you. I've seen a lot of videos of, like, baby chicks follow, like, whoever's near them because they think that, like, they're your mom or dad. They think you're the parent, and they follow you around. I'd be like, bro, what if I trip and step on one? It would instantly die.
Bigger than a coin and lighter than a piece of pasta. I'll be raising them to adulthood along with the duck and ostrich. But I move them into their...
I would love to own a duck.
Brooder because a duck is about to...
What does a baby duck look like? This is all new to me.
Hatch. You can see it just barely moving. He takes his first breath of air. Piece by piece, the shell began to split. It now just hangs by a thread. Welcome to the world, little one.
Oh my God, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Outside of the fact that it's sopping wet. I thought it would come out looking like a regular bird. I didn't think it would already have like the bill.
But he has no idea of the journey he was about to face ahead. But unlike the quail, they will bond to the first moving thing they see. It is usually their mother, but in this case, it is me.
Do they really just bond to the first thing they see? That's so awesome, dude. You just could start a duck army.
6 of them hatched, and only 1 egg remained. They follow me absolutely everywhere.
Oh my God! There's no way!
Even
Oh my god, and they're so adorable, bro. They just trip on their own feet and shit.
There's no way. Even places I'd wish they hadn't.
Oh, my dog does that. Dogs do that, bro. You ever take a shit with your dog in the room? It's mad awkward. Get used to it. Daisy will just wander in, taking a dump. She'll just be like, what's up? I always wonder if she knows I'm taking a shit.
They literally would not leave my sight and will look up to anyone who is human.
This is crazy.
Oh my god! Hi. You just made my face.
But a single duck is bigger than all the quail combined.
Can't you buy duck and chick eggs for like pennies? Like they're very cheap. How much are duck eggs? $7. That's so cheap. I feel like it would be more. You're buying a living thing, $7.
Oh my god. Dude, there's a freaking ostrich in here.
They could hatch any day now, but my home isn't exactly made for ostrich farming. Yet.
This might work.
We ordered enough
That would stress me the fuck out. Oh my god, having to open that many packages. Oh. What do you do with all the cardboard? Oh.
supplies to turn my entire office into the perfect nursery. The ducks will be the first ones to call this home.
What are you doing?
But they can't survive without their mom.
Oh my god.
This is day 2.
Ew, was that shit? Oh my god. Nah, they're pooping on him. Stop. No, that's ruining the whole. No. I was like, oh no, the duck would be sick. Oh fuck no. If he eats that shit.
With the ducklings. And they cannot fall asleep without me.
Was he just eating his own poop?
And the quail aren't perfect either.
No.
This one couldn't figure out how to walk.
What's going on with you? I feel so bad.
This is called splayed leg.
That's not good.
If we don't do something soon, he may never walk again.
Oh my god.
But if I take a Band-Aid, cut off a slice, and wrap it around his legs, then it may give him a chance. Only time will tell. But 3 days later, a duck was still stuck in an egg. And this was no normal duckling. He is almost completely black. Up until now,
is that the noise it just made?
Every duck has been identical. If they think he's different, they may kill him. But I didn't have time to find.
What? What? They'll do that. Ducks do that. They'll murder their siblings if they think they're different.
Will be unlike anything you've ever seen.
Oh my god, hi!
But our black duckling was ready to meet the others.
Welcome home.
Oh, hell no, they're already beating him up.
They didn't realize he's their sibling. He is trampled and attacked from every side.
Oh my god, they're picking on you.
Ducklings can rarely survive on their own, and he needs to bond with the others. So...
But, like, what's wrong with him? What's, like, they don't like that he's black? I don't understand. He just has a different fur color. What is the difference between, when does a duck become a mallard? Why are they all yellow? Like, if I had to guess, that one would be a mallard.
Oh, I had an idea. The laser gives them something else to attack, and for...
What's a mallard? The ones that you, Oh my god, they chase lasers? That's awesome. You know what a mallard is. You always see them. Dude, this is like prime TikTok us in another universe. I love seeing this iconic duo in the wild. You ever see this shit in a pond? I think that's the female, that's the male. But it's a mallard and a little duck. And they're always like near each other and shit.
But after an hour, I still can't tell if they accept him. They were so exhausted that it was time for a nap. And that's where it happened. He is now part of their family. He is one of their own. But did the quail finally learn how to walk? He definitely looks better than before, but I would have to take off the bandage to find out.
Look! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he walks fine now. What the fuck? What do splayed legs mean?
Worked! Look at him go!
Like it didn't know how to functionally stand up?
But the baby ostrich also have to learn to walk. They aren't much different from a toddler.
Oh god, do they just have one toenail? Oh, fuck. Oh my god. It just has one toenail? Ugh. It's just
Different from a
oh my god. Ugh, stop.
Toddler. Anything more than a few steps is just too much for them. But one ostrich is just a little dumber than the rest. We decided to name him Peanut. But they will get over 300 pounds each. We can only hope they will stay this way. And by day 10, the ducks had to learn how to swim.
Oh my god!
They gotta learn how to swim? I feel like that'd just be like a genetic, like, wouldn't you think that ducks would just know that shit? Because they already just float. They just gotta paddle.
Their feathers act as a natural life jacket.
Oh my god, my babies, they grew so much. Look at them all. Guys.
Yo, can we shave the weird tuft of hair on the back of this one's head? I'm sorry, I don't know. I just don't. It's I don't like that. I feel like it needs to be like this one.
My babies, they grew so.
Yeah, give that one a haircut, bro. He's edgy.
But since they are still babies, their feathers are not waterproof.
Oh my god, this one's shaking.
In the wild, their mother will keep them dry. But for quail, water doesn't do the trick. Instead, they take dust baths.
That's sick.
It looks strange at first, like they're making more of a mess. But the dust kills any parasites that may be in their feathers. But they were starting to grow wings and will soon learn how to fly. The ostrich, however, have finally learned how to walk, but they haven't learned how to...
Okay, I will say I do love ostriches more than ever now, but it still is lame as fuck they're a bird that can't fly. Like, I wish they would be, that would be awesome if ostriches were that big and were able to fucking fly. They could run. Yeah, they could run, but it's like, why are you a bird? You know, what's the point of being a bird if you can't fly?
Think.
Look at this one! He's been pecking at the wall for 2 hours. What is he doing?
I have no idea what he's thinking, but probably not much. They don't understand the concept of food. They will try and eat anything, even if that means the $5,000 camera.
What is going on? This is crazy.
Some of them have figured out how to drink, but Peanut...
Oh, no. What are you doing? What? Get out of...
Do you think, how does he know that one's Peanut? Because they all look the same to me. Do they look different to y'all? Like, maybe, yeah, one is being progressively more and more stupid. It's the dumb bird. Yeah, but how do you know it's not a different bird? I feel like you have to, like, ankle tag him.
Get out of there! Are you kidding me? This is your own fault. Hello?
The blow dryer managed to trip the breaker, but even with all their problems, they have never failed to amaze me.
Nah, that would be so chill. Movie night with the ostriches. Oh, stop. They're all fucking cuddled up sleeping.
They're the most affectionate animals I've ever owned. Especially Peanut. Within 2 weeks, the ducks had grown too big to live inside. So we constructed a massive fence so they could finally learn how to hunt.
Ducks can fly, right? When do ducks learn how to fly?
In the wild, bugs make up a large part of their diet. So how about a wasp nest?
Yo, he should do a video where he raises platypus. Platypuses. That would be fucking sick. Just like really weird animals.
Wasps themselves are too dangerous, but their larvae make a far better meal. This is a healthy snack, but the sun is the real threat. They overheat rather quickly, and panting is a sign of stress.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
So I made them a water park. And as it turns out, I wasn't invited to the after party. But in the ostrich pen...
Wet socks is probably the worst vibe ever. Having sopping wet shoes. Ugh.
But in the ostrich pen, something is wrong.
Oh my god, did it die?
Has it decided to strike? But it is just too much for his little body. The vets did everything they could.
Oh my god, did they have to put him down?
But he didn't make it through the night. I'm so sorry.
Sad. And you know he probably got the most attached to the ostriches too. Because there's like so many fucking quails.
Just want to go to bed.
They're all convinced I'm their mother.
Oh, not my ear, please. I love you guys, but this is just too much.
They can't go more than an hour without me.
Look at them all.
In contrast, the quail grew more independent with age.
No.
Unfortunately, they had all learned how to fly.
No.
Now, they are fully feathered and fully grown.
What does he do? Release them into the fucking wild? At that point, it's like, bro, you have too many birds. They're just flying around your fucking house.
Oh my.
The ducks, however,
covered in piss. Why is that water yellow?
Grown.
Oh.
Water's fucking straight yellow.
Oh my.
The ducks, however, have grown way too big for the bath.
Oh my god.
This is the moment I realized they don't belong in my home.
All right, the hair's kind of growing on me. Yo, he's got sick ass. He's got like a flow state going on right here. You see this shit? Oh my god, wait, no, this one actually has so much more aura than the others.
They don't belong in my home.
Nah, bro, that's like a sick ass tuft of hair now. Oh my god, bro, he literally has a fucking afro.
The bath quickly became a swamp.
They're biting my feet. They're trying to eat my feet.
Or not an afro, not a mohawk.
We need to find a better solution.
I mean, what could we use that's bigger than this?
Fortunately, I had the perfect thing. So, not to brag, but this is probably the coolest
He just shit in the pool.
thing I've ever done.
Nah, watching them swim underwater is fucking so cool.
But that's when it hit me. They weren't babies anymore. None of them were. They don't belong here.
Freaking disaster.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh my god, does he have to like let them go?
They barely sleep. I haven't shaved and the house smells awful. But there is a place that's willing to take them. The only catch, they're over 20 hours away.
Oh my god, road tripping with fucking so many ducks in your car.
Time for a road
10 hours in.
trip.
I'm taking them to one of the greatest animal rescues in the country, run by someone I'm proud to call my friend.
Welcome to the Urban Rescue Ranch.
Bro, what? I feel like I've watched him with like Forrest Galante.
What's up, Ben?
This place is a sanctuary to many.
Oh my god, he owns kangaroos.
This place is a sanctuary to many forms of life. From an actual bobcat.
Oh my god.
To the nicest foxes you've ever seen.
Oh, it's so nice
I love the noises they make.
to meet you.
Have you ever heard a fox like cry really happily? Right?
How are you feeling? You enjoying the summer weather? Amongst all my weeds?
Oh my god. You know foxes are self-domesticating themselves. Like, in a few generations, like our generations, not fox generations, they're basically just going to be like, not dogs or cats, but they're going to be much more friendly to people than they've ever been.
And the ducks, well, they got an entire pond to themselves.
Oh, welcome home, guys.
Oh my god, but actually having to leave them is kind of really sad, because he effectively was their mom.
And the ostriches will get to roam free on over 3 acres of land. And in only a few years' time, they will look like this. Soon, they will have babies of their own, and the cycle will continue all over again.
Wow. Loved that video. Loved it. Loved it. Amazing. Top 10 worst years in human history.
Around for roughly 200,000 years. And honestly, most...
Let me guess a few of them. Something with the Black Plague. World War II when the bombs dropped. In human history, I was going to say in history, probably when the meteor hit the dinosaurs. Humans weren't around then. 2008. Why? The housing market crash? Y2K when the world didn't end.
That time was spent dying in pools of our own diarrhea.
2020. I don't think like COVID years are top 10 worst years in human history. Yeah, Holocaust. That's why I said World War II.
So when you think of the worst years in human history, it's basically all of them. But that would be a boring video. So let's be prisoners of the moment and allow recency bias to cloud our analysis as we rank the top 10 worst years to be alive in human history. Number 10, 1918. This year kicks off with a
I feel like that was a pretty fire year now. Wasn't that right before the Roaring 20s? Roaring 20s was like a great time to fucking like be a middle-class American.
little something called the Spanish flu.
Unless you were black or a woman or a minority or a non-white man or disabled. Okay, so maybe it wasn't a great time to be alive during the 1920s.
Surprisingly, this flu wasn't
or gay. Yeah, okay.
Actually from Spain, but it was still no bueno. Exact numbers for the death toll are kind of hard to pin down.
Oh, Spanish flu.
But estimates range from 20 to 50 million human deaths globally. The Spanish flu was
50 million deaths. How many people died from COVID? 7.1 million. Wow. So Spanish flu was like 6 times that? No, 7 point something times.
Particularly deadly for 2 reasons. 1, it was a brand new strain of the flu, and 2, the conditions of the Great War made it so much easier for the disease to spread. Soldiers returning home brought the flu with them, infecting people in remote areas who had no immunity to the virus. What was extra special about the Spanish flu was that it was unusually deadly for young adults compared to other flu viruses of the time, leading to a significantly higher death toll. This disease...
Chat, if you got the Spanish flu, do you think you would eat that shit? I think I got a pretty weak immune system when it comes to, like, big illnesses. I had COVID twice, and I was fine. But that was COVID. Spanish flu, like, part of me... Okay, I would never want it, but part of me is like, would I die with the Black Plague? Yeah. Yeah. No modern medicine, right? Like, let's say you get the Spanish flu, but you're not allowed to take, like, Advil, Tylenol, nothing. Like, you're just you're ripping it. You know, like, you're lasting that shit out. It's wraps. Most of us are dying.
Was terrifying for doctors. Not just
Black Plague has to be on this. The Black Plague was so bad that people thought it was an evil that brought the end of the world, bro. That many people fucking died. There were bodies in the streets, piles of dead people. When the Black Plague was like the devil himself coming back to Earth, bro. Like a third, it was a third of Europe. I'm pretty sure it was more than a third of Europe. I think it was maybe a third of Europe as a whole, but a ton of, like, certain areas, like, almost everybody died. How many people in Europe died of the Black Plague. 50 million people, but this was in the 1300s. So 50 million people in the 1300s is way more than the 1900s. 30 to 60% of the continent's population of Europe died. Florence, for example, lost up to 60% of its population, similar to London. So like heavily populated cities lost like more than half of their people.
Just because of how quickly it spread, or how quickly their
It was a third of the world. That's what it was.
patients died, but the process of how people died from it. Heliotrope cyanosis was a symptom of the Spanish flu, where a patient's skin would slowly turn purple as their lungs filled with fluid, preventing them from getting enough oxygen into their bloodstream. The blue/purple color would start in their lips and fingers, but eventually spread across their whole body as they neared death. After the patient passed, their entire body would then quickly turn from purple to black. Truly horrific stuff. To make matters worse, 1918 was also the final year of World War I, which saw another 5 million global casualties and made most of Europe no fun. Also in this year, you had the Russian Revolution going on, which ended the House of Romanov for good with the assassination of Nicholas II and his family this year. This revolution allowed Vladimir Lenin to take power, where he established a totalitarian dictatorship that oversaw the mass killing of political dissidents. The revolution was marked by brutal civil war and famine, which killed millions more. And finally, the Treaty of Versailles was being drafted, which, while not initially terrible, put Germany in a super bad mood that had some pretty major downstream consequences. But more on that later. Number 9, 1492.
What happened in 1492? I feel like there's a gap. I feel like there's a gap in human knowledge. Like, most humans know a lot of shit that happened between 1800 and, like, today. And then you know a little bit about the 1600s and, like, Jamestown and, you know, fucking witch trial shit, blah, blah, blah. You know, you could even go back to, like, certain, like, poets or people that were alive, like musicians in, like, 1300s. 1492, oh, Columbus. Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Ooh. That one slipped the brain for a minute there. Yeah.
We all know in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But by doing
you gotta say the rhyme for me to know. You can't just show me the date.
that, Columbus also opened up a portal to hell for nearly everyone who is currently living in the Americas.
Yo, that motherfucker was a horrible person, bro. They don't teach. Yo, they deadass didn't teach. I feel like now they probably do. I remember when I was a kid, bro, they did not teach about Columbus being a horrible person. They were like, Columbus founded the Americas. That motherfucker lied to the Native Americans and said that the fucking moon was gonna, or the sun was gonna disappear, or the moon was gonna disappear. They lied. He was like, hey, the sun's gonna disappear if you don't fucking give us food. And they were like, no, it won't. Because who the fuck would believe that? And he just knew knowledge about astronomy. And he said his God was more powerful than theirs. And then there was a fucking solar eclipse. And the sun disappeared. And then they fucking gave them all their food. And then died.
Every indigenous person that came in contact with the Europeans.
I thought he said the moon would be of blood. I'm pretty sure he just predicted a solar eclipse. Yeah, in 1504. There was a total lunar eclipse. Oh, lunar eclipse. During his fourth voyage, Christopher Columbus induced the inhabitants of Jamaica to continue provisioning him and his hungry men, intimidating them by predicting a total lunar eclipse. Some claim Columbus used the ephemeris of the German astronomer, but Columbus himself attributed the prediction to the almanac of Abraham Zacuto. He got beached, blah, blah, blah. They needed food. They couldn't give it to him. And then he, like, basically just, like,
settler was
lied
either
to them. He would also, like, you know, do some pretty fucked up shit in general.
Killed by a disease, killed in the slave trade, killed in war, or died of a broken heart. And while it certainly didn't all happen in one year, the introduction of European settlers to the Americas ended up killing 90% of the indigenous population.
Even if it was a peaceful interaction, Europeans brought over diseases that the Native Americans hadn't encountered yet. And then they all died. Same thing with, like, a lot of encounters with, like, Amazonian, like, tribes. Like, you just, like, go see them. You could be peaceful, and then they're all just gonna get, like, fucking smallpox and die.
Diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza decimated communities that had no immunity to these foreign illnesses. I guess one could argue that the events of 1492 had positive effects.
It was not peaceful. I'm saying there was multiple interactions. There were instances of peaceful interactions. Many were not.
On much of humanity,
I'm not with Columbus. I'm talking about like people just arriving to the Americas.
leading to the age of exploration and the eventual globalization of trade and culture that brought us things like pizza and chocolate. However, the near extinction of an entire continent civilization does put it on our list. Number 8, 2008. This is probably the
housing market crash. I feel like we're jumping pretty heavily here. The housing market crash of 2008 was worse than smallpox.
Height of recency bias, but
and Vladimir Lenin.
Who cares? It sucked. 2008 was the year the entire world realized that rich people just basically make up how much money there is. And for a number of reasons too complicated to go into in this video, something called Lehman Brothers went out of business, and then the entire global economy collapsed. Stock markets around the world crashed. The American auto industry nearly went belly up, and the cost of food and gas.
And the bubble of borrowing money or having debt to buy assets is like what's happening right now with the AI bubble. I'm not trying to like make people panic, but the shit that happened right before the 2008 housing market crash where people were taking on debt to buy houses and assets is exactly what's happening right now with big businesses. So if it fails, they're fucked.
Went through the roof. It was the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, causing millions of Americans to lose their jobs and homes. Also, if you've ever wondered, why do houses cost so much these days? Well, in the aftermath of the 2008 mortgage crisis, new home construction basically stopped for about 10 years because nobody could get a loan. And since there wasn't a 10-year hiatus on unprotected sex, we now have way too many people and way too few houses. So thanks again 2008 for still ruining all of our lives. What? China and Australia's economy actually grew during the Great Recession? What do you mean America isn't the center of the universe? Number 7, 73,000 BC.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little absurd to put the 2008 housing market crisis as one of the worst years in human history. Like, I wouldn't even say that's like top 50. Like, you could say 30s was like the Great Depression, because that was bad for the world as well.
Okay, so we're a little loosey-goosey on the exact year, but trust me, whenever it was bad. Rewind
73,000 BC. I love how we're jumping around history right now. We got Spanish flu, we have Christopher Columbus, 2008, and now 73,000 BC.
Clock 70 or so millennia, and you'll witness what's known as a super
Pompeii? When was Pompeii? Wait, is this Pompeii?
Volcano eruption.
No, Pompeii was not 73,000 BC. 73,000 BC, there wasn't fucking cities yet. When was Pompeii? That was probably like fucking 3,000 years ago. 79 CE, so 2,000 years ago.
This particular event is known as the Toba catastrophe and is probably the thing Indonesia is second most famous for after Komodo dragons. This eruption set off a 10-year volcanic winter that nearly eliminated the entire human species. The Toba eruption released so much volcanic ash into the atmosphere that it blocked sunlight, leading to a drastic drop in global temperatures. The few survivors faced harsh conditions, with scarce food and resources, struggling to maintain their communities. The entire human population left on Earth was somewhere between 3,000 and 10,000 people, or roughly the size of Brandon, South Dakota.
And we're all descendants of them. Wow. We're all related to those people. That's what I feel like. That's so cool that like every person has a common ancestor, like what, 60 people ago or something. Like there's somebody that so we're all related in some way. Yeah. But not in a sense of like incest. But then I'm pretty sure this era is when they were making like was it whale bones? No, I think it might have been like, what's that motherfucker from Ice Age? A mammoth. Mammoth bone huts. Yeah, people used to live in this. Stuff that looked like this. Ukraine. Mammoth bone structure homes. This was like when it was like really fucking cold out. They would make shit like this out of just straight animal remains because it was so insulative. And they would put like hides and other stuff on the outside because it was just cold as fuck.
You've never heard of Brandon, South Dakota? Okay, Madison Square Garden can hold around 20,000 people, so the entire population left on Earth after that eruption could fit in MSG twice. This phenomenon is known as a genetic bottleneck, and is also why we're all kind of related. Number 6, 1929. The Roaring Twenties came to an abrupt end in 1929 when the US stock market crashed, setting off, stop me if you've heard this before, a global economic collapse. The Great Depression that followed was a decade-long economic
Oh no! Oh no! American steel is down. Is down. Let me go withdraw all my money from the bank. And then they had no money.
disaster that affected almost every country in the world.
Yeah, imagine pulling up to a bank going, I want to withdraw my money. And they go, we don't have it. Huh? Huh?
Mental health was
We don't have it. Huh?
at an all-time low immediately following the market crash. Self-deletion rates were so high that some hotel operators in New York City would ask guests if they needed a room for sleeping or jumping out of. That's real. In the US, 1 in 4 people became unemployed, and wages for the remaining workforce were basically cut in half. Bread lines and soup kitchens became a common sight, and many people lost their homes and savings. One farmer of the day knew he couldn't afford to feed his sheep, so he slit their throats and threw them down a canyon instead of letting them starve. It's like,
wow.
What? They don't like sheep? The events of 1929 set off a decade of economic hardship that culminated in Earth's favorite pastime, World War. Number 5, 1601. If you take one thing away from this video...
Is that the witch trials? When were the witch trials? I was just in Salem. No, that was 1692.
It should be that volcanoes are bad. So bad, in fact, that one volcano in Peru basically turned the lights off for the whole planet. The eruption of Huayna Patina in 1600 was one of the largest volcanic events in recorded history, spewing vast amounts of ash into the...
Bro, I want to see the volcano eruption that's that big that it blacks out the sun from the whole world. One volcano erupting that much.
Atmosphere. The summer of 1601 was known as the summer with no sunshine. Sunlight levels dramatically decreased everywhere in the world, causing mass famine, but nowhere more so than Russia. The lack of sunlight led to crop failures and livestock death. A third of the Russian population starving to death in the 2 years following the eruption. No sunshine also meant it was extremely cold, so to keep warm, many in the region turned to killing any animal with fur they could find, not just for food, but also to create clothing and blankets. Accounts from the time describe people so desperate for food that they ate grass, their pets, and each other. Which means all of us are just one cloudy summer away from cannibalism.
I'm not eating my dog. That's the one thing I'm saying right now. I would not eat my dog. If I was starving, bro.
Number 4, 1940.
I will. You'll eat my dog or you're going to eat your dog. Javi, I'm telling you right now, you ain't eating my dog. I'm eating you before I'm eating my dog.
42. Not much to see here, just worldwide violence and genocide resulting in millions of deaths. At the tail end of 1941, Japan made a monumental strategic error and, not so elegantly, insisted that the U.S. become heavily involved in World War
Wait, which one is this? Oh, 1942.
II. This essentially turned America into a death factory, where every able-bodied human was either making stuff that killed people or just killing people.
And this is when we really became a war-based economy. Ugh.
The war effort mobilized entire populations, leading to the development of new weapons and technologies, including the Manhattan Project, which would cause all kinds of problems for future humans. Meanwhile, soldiers and civilians in Russia...
And it was a like, the Manhattan Project was terrible, but, like, even if the Manhattan Project didn't happen, nuclear bombs would still exist, right? It was just who's the motherfucker to make it first. Like, nuclear bombs exist whether or not Oppenheimer makes it. Right. Like the Russians would have made the bomb. At some point, China would have made a bomb. Japan would have made a bomb. Somebody would have made a bomb.
Russia and China were dying by the thousands every day. The brutal fighting on the Eastern Front and the Pacific Theater claimed millions of lives.
Dude, I used to think that, I mean, it's kind of incomparable because it depends on the battle, but I used to think World War II, like battling in World War II would be like objectively worse than like trench warfare in World War I. But trench warfare is fucking so scary, bro. I had somebody describe to me what trench warfare was like truly like, and being alive in that time, dude, evil. Because there was almost no rules. So it was do whatever the fuck you want. There would be gas that would come over and you would just suffocate from that. But more so, like, if you're in the trench, there's bombs going off constantly. Doom, 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 doom. You're getting shell shock. That's why they called it shell shock. It was PTSD. But it was called shell shock because there was constantly bombs going off. Humans are only made to endure high-stress scenarios for short spans of time. Because in a 5-minute span, like say there's a lion or something that's approaching you, you're genetically made to deal with that stress in that 5-minute span, and either you're alive or dead, and then you move on. But in World War I, during trench warfare, that was just all the time. There was nonstop bombs. So you were always in that high stress scenario. And if you were still alive, you were just waiting to die. And when the bomb stopped, you would go, oh, we're good now. When the bomb stopped, that meant the other people were running at you. So if you're awake for 18 hours, you're getting an hour of sleep, then you're awake for 18 hours. You're getting an hour of sleep, you're awake for 18 hours. And you hear silence, that means you have to run to your guns because the other guys are running to you to jump into your trench and kill you. And they're gassing you out. They're doing all this other shit. There would be guys, they would draft, say they had to get a letter from one trench to another or another part of the trench. They would give 4 guys the same letter and go, run. Because they knew that 2 of you at least weren't making it. So then if you were the one that made it and you didn't die, they'd give you another letter and they'd go, now run it back. And then you had to fucking try and run that shit back. And fuck that. Then it got to a point where they knew that the other guys were running over, so they would dig other trenches prematurely. And so when they heard the silence, they would run to the back trench before that one got flooded and then gun those motherfuckers down.
Germany continued its war crimes and genocide, so not great. Number 3, 1943.
It was also really bad in 1942, 1943, World War II in general. Like, one of the biggest things you'll hear people talking about is like, fighting the Japanese was really scary for Americans because even if they had the edge, the Japanese people wouldn't surrender. So if they ran out of ammo or knew they were going to die, they would just fucking run at your ass with a knife or a bayonet. Like, they would not give up. Like, they would just run at you. Vietnam was scarier too. Well, Vietnam, yeah, Vietnam also, I'm not sitting here saying like Americans were the victims. Americans did horrible things too during a large majority of these wars as well. Like Vietnam, especially, Americans would mow down like innocent Vietnamese people. But in Vietnam, yeah, dude, there would just be traps. It was all just like jungle warfare.
Remember 1942? Like that. But again, 1943 saw some of the deadliest battles of World War II. The Battle of Stalingrad.
Yeah, dude, Vietnam especially, what was that one thing they would say? Vietnam message to U.S. speakers. Like, it's like, you're gonna die, GI, or something, is what it would repeatedly say.
During the Vietnam War,
all right, that's not what I want to hear.
Operation involves
It is a very good idea.
Imagine being in the jungle, bro. You're freshly 19, right out of high school, bro. They send your ass all the way across the world, and you're literally watching your fucking friends explode. And you hear this in the jungles.
Defect, GI. It is a very good idea to leave a sinking ship.
And you're covered in dirt, half your friends are dead.
They lie to you, GI. You know you cannot win this war.
And you're there for no reason, too. Like, World War II, like, you're fighting Adolf Hitler, right? World War II, I don't support war in any way, but, like, Americans in World War II wanted to go to war. People would lie about their age to get into the army. Vietnam was the reverse lottery, bro. They pulled your name. That was a death sentence. Like, being in Vietnam had to have been one of the scariest fucking things ever. Like, having to fight on either side. Like, and dude, you're not even fighting you're fighting against communism. Like, you're not even fighting for, like, oh, the betterment of, like, people being, like, the Jewish people or something. Like, you're literally just going into Vietnam because your government's sending you. You would come back, and there were instances where, like, the soldiers were treated like shit, man. They didn't even like, it wasn't like they praised you when they came back, like World War II. It was so different.
Your rich leaders grow richer while you die in the swamp, GI. They will give you a medal, GI, but only after you are dead.
Like, bro.
Your government lies to you every day, poor soldier.
Like, dude, it's middle of the night and you're hearing that shit. Reverse. The U.S. would play U.S. sounds for Vietnamese people. The Vietnam, what was the tapes the U.S. would play on those big ass speakers to the Vietnamese guys in the tunnels? Yeah, they would spray shit with Agent Orange, and Agent Orange got people killed. There's a whole video on, like, pesticides and how Agent Orange, like, ruined people. Wandering Souls. Yep, there it is. The U.S. would play this for the people underground. Make you lose your mind so you'd run out of the tunnel and then they'd fucking shoot you in the face.
Stalingrad, one of the bloodiest battles.
People don't realize how, no, I'm serious. Like, you hear about, like, you learn about war, bro, at such, like, a basic level in high school. Like, that shit, bro, like, no, like, people go, oh, war's bad, you're killing people. It's beyond that, dude. It was psychological torture to have to fucking fight in any of these wars.
Battles in history ended in early 1943 with the defeat of the German army. This marked a turning point in the war, but came at a staggering cost of over 2 million casualties.
I always think, dude, being in D-Day, man, that had to be so fucking scary. Being a guy that was getting shipped on D-Day, World War II, you're on a boat, just running on Normandy Beach, watching hundreds of people get mowed down. Explain D-Day? Bro, how do you not, like, see, why do I have to explain? How do you not know? D-Day was when the U.S. were storming the Germans on Normandy Beach. And the Germans had these concrete structures that were hooked with, like, fucking, like, like big automatic machine guns. And they had all these spikes on the beaches, so you couldn't really drive up on them. You just had to drop the boat a little, like, far back, and they would jump off the boat into the water. D-Day boats. So they would be in these boats packed like sardines, and they would drive up to the beach. This hatch would open. They would all run out. All of them would die. Not just the U.S. I'm saying from the U.S.'s perspective. I know there was other countries involved. I'm saying U.S., Germany. Germany was the people that were defending. It's like Saving Private Ryan, yeah. And you would go Canada, France, Australia. Yeah, it was the Allies. It was the Allies versus the Axis powers, but I'm pretty sure the only people on the Axis powers were Germans. Was there Italians in D-Day? I don't know if they were on the lines in D-Day or on the defending side. No, I think it was just Germans up there. I don't know. I'm not a genius on D-Day. Anyway, somebody said this was boring. Fuck out of stream, bro. Who gives a fuck? Imagine, bro, the first waves of these boats of, like, you know, all the Allied powers, literally all of them died. All of them died. Like, instantly. And the U.S. and the Allies' strategy was, we're just going to keep sending people. At some point, it was just numbers. It was a numbers game. We have more people than they can kill. And then eventually they got through.
In the Pacific, the Battle of Guadalcanal and the continued island hopping campaign resulted in massive losses on both sides. And Nazi Germany continued doing Nazi Germany things. So again, a horrible time. Number 2, 1347. Welcome to medieval times. You really can't say anything about the mid-1300s that doesn't involve the bubonic plague. In 1347, the Black Death began ravishing most of Eurasia and parts of North Africa.
You hear about the Black Death too. You just start getting black bubbles, growths on your body.
Within a few years, the plague killed roughly a third of Europe, which probably put a pretty big dent into the cappuccino and scarf industries. The plague was caused by a bacterium in the fleas of rats, and rats were basically the podcasts of the 1300s. Completely unwanted, but absolutely everyone had them. Death from the bubonic plague was swift, but painful. An infected person would develop horribly swollen lymph nodes, often accompanied by fever and diarrhea, and would usually be dead in under a week. Medicine of the time was primitive, to say the least. A popular cure for the plague included taking a healthy chicken, plucking its back and bottom clean, and then strapping it to the patient's open sores. The idea was if the chicken became ill, it was helping to pull out the disease from the patient.
Oh, bro, what? So they would try and move the illness from you to another creature?
Okay, let's check your chicken today. Oh, awesome, it's almost dead. You're doing great. This would be repeated until the patient or the chicken died. Often both in many cases. Chickens weren't the only...
What was the odds of living? If you had the Black Plague, what were your survival chances? Probably like 10%. No, I feel like it had to be higher than 0, chat. Come on. Survival chances were extremely low, up to an 80% mortality rate. So there were instances where people would survive. Survival depended heavily on the type of plague. Bubonic had an 18% survival rate. Septicemic had a nearly 0, and pneumonic had a 0. The bubonic plague was the most common. You had about a 1 in 5 of living.
Only animal rubbed on boils. Plague doctors also tried rubbing cut-up pieces of snakes on them as well.
Awesome.
See, snakes were considered evil, and so was the plague. So the idea was that if evil things liked other evil things, putting the snake on a boil would trick the plague into following the snake and leave the patient's body.
Wow, so people were really fucking stupid at this time. That's absurd. Wow, that was like the best idea they had. Like, I would rather them go, let's pee on it. Like, I would rather them be like, yeah, you got a wound there. I'm going to pee on it. Then I'm going to rub an alive chicken's butthole on your fucking wounds. So it sucks the fucking, the fucking sickness out.
Another cutting-edge cure for the Black Death was eating crushed emeralds. People who couldn't afford emeralds would drink arsenic or mercury instead, which probably was just a little less effective than the chicken and the snake. All the anguish from this pandemic began to pull society apart at the seams. Many people took the chaos of the situation as an opportunity to steal from the sick and weak. Needless to say, people were so—
Steal from the sick and weak, bro. If you were one of the guys that lived, you were just straight rolling in it, bro. You just steal everybody's shit. Half the households ain't got anybody in them anymore. They're dead.
So scared to help one another, many were left to die alone in misery. It took centuries for Europe and other parts of the world to recover from the mass destruction of the Black Death. Number 1,
Yeah, I could easily see, dude. If you're in the UK, over half of London dies. Like, you're gonna need 30, 40 years to just rebuild society.
36. This is essentially a greatest hits of all the worst moments from human history. Things kick off with our old friend the supervolcano, which sent a cloud of volcanic ash over the entire northern hemisphere. This left most of the world in virtual darkness for 18 months, brought the global temperature down 30 degrees, and caused, say it with me, widespread famine. Things were extra bad in China, where dust rained to the ground by the handful, and 70 to 80% of the population died. The lack of sunlight led to crop failures, starvation, and social unrest. But wait, there's more! On top of extreme—
Yeah, that's pretty scary, dude, living in, like, perma-darkness.
Food scarcity, a plague broke out in Europe. People would break out in pus-filled boils before perishing by the thousands, making disposal of the bodies impossible. Bodies were heaped in piles or thrown into the sea, only to wash back up days later. And the southern hemisphere wasn't spared. To make things worse, 536 had a powerful El Nino that warmed the waters off the South American coast, killing fish stocks, flooding the coasts, and you guessed it, causing widespread famine. So yeah, 536.
Oh my god, dude. People were literally just like constantly on the— I feel like societies pre like 1600s were just constantly on the brink of death like every 50 years. Like, oh my god. Guy manages to escape police 3 times in 8 days.
On October 15th, 2022, officers were on foot patrol.
How do you escape the police 3 times in 8 days? You covered in like butter? Like they tackle you to the ground like you're a pig, you just fucking run away? Like what do you just run out of the cop car? I get the first time, you know, like a first one, shame on me, second one, shame on you. Third time?
When they observed a male subject standing in front of a bar in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Police were familiar with the male from prior contacts and knew he had a suspended driving status, as well as a bond condition to not be in any bars or taverns. The male was identified—
Well, he's outside of the bar, so—
as 27-year-old Larry Baldwin Jr. As the officers were near Larry's vehicle—
Yo, do y'all fuck with the name Larry? I have mixed feelings about the name Larry. I feel like Larry could be a really cool name or a really shitty name. Depends on the Larry.
They observed him get into the driver's seat and leave.
Running off the apartment building and was caught
Larry Baldwin. That matches.
by like 3.
Allie, stop that Buick. No lights out on 3rd, it's Larry driving.
Larry the Lobster, he has aura. That's true.
Larry appeared to be traveling at a high rate of speed without any lights on. When a traffic stop was—
See, I can't take that serious. Larry just hit a pit maneuver and drifted right across the fucking red light.
When a traffic stop was initiated—
Larry. Yeah, the only Larry Wheels. I would take Larry Wheels seriously. But I feel like when you say Larry Wheels, you say his full name. you ain't just call him Larry. Because, like, you're going, bro, really, Larry?
He pulled over briefly, but then took off rapidly.
3rd and Cameron, Wisconsin, Adam King Frank, 5827. Adam King Frank, 5827.
Oh my God, you really tricked them. Holy fuck. Put the car in park. Skirt away.
88, the vehicle's taken off, southbound on 3rd.
Due to safety concerns, the officer decided not to pursue him.
What? Yo, you know Larry's in that car like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hit the stop and go on him. Straight up cross them up.
Days later, police observed a vehicle commonly driven by Larry in an alley. Upon approach, the officers noticed Larry in the driver's seat, and he quickly put the car in gear, again fleeing at a high rate of speed.
Larry rolls down the window wearing one of those Five Below fucking, like, disguise masks. Just, like, shitty glasses and a big nose with a mustache. Oh, I've never heard of Larry. Who's that?
Speed.
7th and Main. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Oh, that's not Larry's car. I thought Larry drove the blue car.
Stop right now! Stop!
He don't see you. I mean, I feel like we need some more effort in this cop's voice. Stop. Stop right now. Stop. I don't really know if he got away 3 times. I feel like you didn't want to catch him 3 times. You know what I mean? You seem to be just letting Larry slide by. You got the car in neutral.
He's leaving out the alley on 7.
Good call, though. We just missed him. He didn't see us at all.
No.
We gotta get, like a Looney Tunes stronger plexiglass that cops set up to catch criminals. Like, in that alleyway right there, you set up, like, a transparent glass that's, like, super strong, and they just run right into that shit.
Good call, though. We just missed him.
Flex tape. Yeah, or flex tape. That would work. That would probably also result in them not dying.
He didn't see us at all.
No.
I knew there was no reason to go pull the car door, so what I do, jump in the car and...
Yeah. Another felony fleeing.
Yep.
Another 4 days later, police were dispatched to a bar.
A sticky trap. Oh my God, that would be awesome. Imagine you have a criminal fleeing on foot, and a cop throws down just a really big, like, bug sticky trap, and he gets caught in it. And then you have a really funny body cam footage where he's, like, taking off his clothes to try and get out of the sticky trap. So he, like, takes his shoes off, and then his foot gets stuck, and he falls down. And then he has to take his pants off, and he just tries to, like, crawl out of it.
For trouble with a party call. As officers arrived, they saw several people screaming and yelling outside. They also recognized Larry, and another male began walking away.
Arrest me.
What for?
I don't know. Ask the guy who's recording me for no reason.
No. You're standing out in public.
For what though? What are you walking towards him for?
Videos and
Officer Graves. Why are you walking towards him? Like, I'm the one
Nope.
who was talking, not them.
I'm not Officer Graves.
Due to Larry having pending felony charges from the last few weeks, they approached him.
Come talk to me for a second. We got a call here at the Old South about you guys yelling at someone and...
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm not in my business.
Okay. Larry,
Yo, cool. You ever heard of a guy named Larry?
I gotta talk to you, man.
Let me just cut to the chase here, big dog. We're kind of trying to find a guy named Larry, man. He's just been evading us. I'm not sure he even exists. He might just be some figment of my imagination at this point.
It's not even my name, bro.
Come over here right now. You're being detained.
Bro, like, let's have some, like, oomph into that. Come over here.
You're being detained.
For what?
I gotta talk to you.
Run at him. What are we fucking doing? We're just walking. We're like, dude, we're having a conversation 10 feet away from each other.
Come here.
Larry, get over here, please.
Come here. Stop, you're gonna get detained.
This is where the sticky trap comes out. Imagine right now, you catch his J's in a sticky trap. He's flying right out of his shoes.
Get on the ground. Get it.
The decoy flannel. Ah, you missed him.
Get out of it.
My God.
You're out now.
How is he continuously falling and they can't get him? Okay, I'm really rooting for Larry. I'm really rooting for Larry right now. I really want to see Larry get out of this. Oh my God, tell me he just like jumps into a car window and they drive away.
Stop now.
Wow, these are really like the most unathletic cops ever. Bro, he's like cartoonishly running right now and you can't catch him? What is this stance? He looks like he looks like a track star in the 1800s.
Justin's running off to 5th, white shirt, black pants.
As the officers pursued him on foot, Larry ran back to his vehicle and got into the driver's seat.
Oh, you're fucking joking.
Stop. Stop, Larry.
Larry, please.
Hey, do it.
Haze him! What are we fucking doing? Oh my God, no way.
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably?
Oh my God, who the fuck is this lady? Bro, they have a warrant for his arrest.
Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him? No. He does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the f are you guys attacking him? I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
okay,
charges.
nothing to do with that. What the f is wrong with you guys?
You need to be quiet or you're gonna go to jail.
Arrest me, please. Because what the f is that? I'm just saying. What the f, yo?
Sounds like he had warrants.
He didn't though.
Well, we have felony charges on him.
For what?
I don't know.
Multiple incidents.
Does she even know him? Like, she's saying you don't have nothing on him. He got called. You guys got called because Larry was recording me. But she doesn't know him. So, like, how are you confidently being like, you have nothing on him?
For what? Can you
Like, you don't know this guy.
guys list any felony charges before you attack another
Felony
person?
flee and second-degree reckless.
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying. Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? Out of all the situation, you guys come here and you attack him for what?
We're not going to talk to you.
You're not? For what?
75 status.
You're not going to talk to me? Why? How can you not answer that?
We have charges on him.
You guys literally got called because that guy was recording me. Are you guys serious?
People can record in public. People record us all the time.
Okay,
It's not a crime to
you
record.
call the cops and you attack them. For what? That is wrong.
Yeah, that is actually true. Like, I don't understand why the cops were called if she was just being recorded outside. Like, that isn't a crime.
Right there.
Just him. Just him. Are you looking for anyone else besides him? Okay. Do we need to talk to Bill or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is sad.
You gotta call him.
Guess he got away this time. I don't know what her problem is.
I just pulled up.
Listen, man, because you got people talking right here.
Yo, you know what okay, I'm not saying these people specifically, but them kind of standing, because obviously they're involved in this, so there's a reason they're standing outside. You ever, like, drive by just, like, an actual NPC that kind of just, like, hangs outside? Like, they kind of, not like they're, like, doing anything. They're kind of just, like, standing outside, like, loitering almost. Like, that's, like, a new level of, like, living in the simulation. Just kind of, like, posted up, like, an actual interactable NPC character that's gonna, like, grant me a side quest. Just, like, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, you live in an area, you drive by, there's always, like, the same dude just kind of, like, chilling on a bench outside of, like, a fucking Burger King or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude
smoking a cigarette.
Started saying this.
Yep. We heard that's why we were here, is he was recording, so she called us.
He was recording people.
You're that NPC? Dude, I would love to do that one day. Just kind of, like, post up and do nothing.
Recording.
Yep.
That's a violation.
70-35 where you want.
It's not, though.
But at the same time, you're violating somebody's privacy recording.
But you're out in a public space.
Yeah.
There's no law against it. There's no law against it.
I understand
So
that.
we couldn't do anything about it, but we could just tell him stop.
When
They asked him to stop. Kept on.
Because she was screaming. It's
No,
her own fault.
first it was like this, normal.
I mean, she's taking something that wasn't a big deal, turning it into a huge deal. So, but Larry's got a bunch of charges, so that officer tried to arrest him, and he obviously got away.
Moments later, his vehicle was located unoccupied and crashed.
Oh my God, he crashed? Oh, was he drunk because he was at that bar?
Witnesses stated they saw a male flee from the car.
Crashed into the Goodyear, walks over to the local AutoZone. They find Larry just inside eating the chili.
Yeah, what's up?
Dude, what?
What happened?
We were in our apartment down there and we heard squealing. We were about to leave to go hiking and we saw this car.
might have been passed out or
So we were like, there might be a medical emergency,
Okay.
and we just walked over.
Is he in there?
There's no one.
Yeah, this car just took off from a fight down there at Old Style Inn, so obviously he crashed into this thing here.
Yeah, we just heard the crash.
Got someone passed out or something.
But he's gone? No one, you guys didn't see him take off?
No, we didn't see anybody take off.
39, he crashed.
Wow, this is like, I feel like I'm in like an old Western fucking film right now. This is how they had to catch criminals like 100 years ago. You see where he went? Nope. Ah. Guess we'll see him in maybe a month or two.
Down here, he's gone on foot somewhere.
I was getting gas and I heard somebody squealing, so I don't know if he came out of here or what, and I looked up and he hit the pole.
Yeah.
And then he took off
running that way.
It was a colored guy.
Yeah.
6 foot.
Was he wearing all black or?
Oh, white shirt. And
A white
black,
shirt?
Yeah. He tried to.
Bro, read this guy's shirt. People eating tasty animals.
Take off with it and it just revved up and he couldn't move it.
Yeah,
So,
his tires are toast on it.
you know,
You saw him crash into this pole here, and then he just took off running. White shirt.
Front this way.
Yeah.
Just a white shirt now?
White shirt, I think. Yeah, that's what he said. It's running. It's open, so I mean, it's search. It's a abandoned vehicle. Oh, there's blood on there. Careful.
So took off this way?
Yeah, he went running northbound.
Just pulling in.
Why don't we put a boot on his fucking car? Because I guarantee you he gets back in that shit in like 4 minutes. Like, let's lock up that vehicle because he keeps getting away with it.
Just got some little day trade action, and I heard taser deployedness, so that's not good at 8 o'clock on a Sunday.
Towards through the lot of Wells Fargo, possibly.
You must have been following the mail.
Yeah, you can see the marks here.
Yeah. What's
It doesn't really look like he crashed. It kind of looks like he just pulled over.
So Larry Baldwin's driving this?
Allegedly. He
What
smoked his
The Larry Baldwin.
tires. What happened? Here's a chunk of his rim.
Caught up, he's holding on to it, trying to get him to the ground, and I just about had him.
Yeah, take his fucking tires off. Just put his car on cinder blocks.
Got loose, so I pulled out the taser, tried to tase him. He tased at the same time. We missed him. It hit his shirt. His shirt was
I think I got one prong in.
Yeah. And then we had him again, and I was coming up, and I tripped in the tomato plants. Took a digger.
Then he gets in the car.
Then he got in the car.
And he started it. I was like,
Yeah. Because at that time, neither one of us had a cartridge.
Almost a month later, La Crosse police were informed that Larry had been arrested by Wisconsin State Patrol in Monroe County on his warrant. He was then extradited back to La Crosse County Jail.
Yeah, we can take him to the interview room if he wants to talk to us, but yeah.
Talk to me?
Yeah.
They about to leave the door open for Larry. He's gonna run out. Larry's been digging through the jail cell wall with a wooden spoon. He's gonna fucking crawl out. He's gonna slip out in the night.
Yeah, I have to read you this sheet, but we can go into the interview room and then we can go from there. So.
About what?
But, well,
Has it been 3 escapes yet?
yeah, we'll just.
Y'all make me feel real uncomfortable. What's going on?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before questioning and have the lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be appointed for you without charge prior to any questioning. If you decide to answer questions at this time, you can stop at any time during the questioning. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes? I need a verbal yes, man.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I understand.
okay. Having those rights in mind, you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time.
This is an
Okay.
investigation?
Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
Take it. Oh, that's not an investment. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper. Talk. What's up?
Okay.
Take it off
Well,
the move.
having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have at this point?
Man, look, I know my law, all that. Who did you guys think I ran her phone? It's just like fleeing. Like what do you guys want from me, bro?
Okay.
Why do you guys?
All right. So. Right now, it sounds like, based on the initial reports, you've taken off from our officers 3 times that they've tried to talk with you. So
how do you guys know it's me?
And pretty recklessly because multiple officers.
How you guys know it was me? Dude, I wish he had like some dollar store disguise. That would have been so fucking funny if while he was running from them, he had that and he has like plausible deniability. And he's like, you don't know that was me. He was just wearing like a really shitty wig, yeah.
Were able to identify you.
How?
Because they saw you. So.
All of these charges, what were you guys' proper cause for trying to come up to the person you saying that's me? What? Like, why? What are you guys, like, for real? You like, it's like, since I moved back out here, I'm not stupid. I know me and y'all dealt with my dad. I don't sell drugs. I don't have to follow me. You two, I didn't seem to, like, why do y'all bother me, bro? Y'all don't have no drug talk. Y'all trying to get any little thing just because y'all couldn't get my dad. Don't look at me like the answer, like talk. You asking me questions, I should be able to.
Well, I think he thinks that he's there for for drug charges, but I think the main problem is he had like a warrant and then kept running. So now that's the main thing is like, hey, you fled police 3 times.
Actually, you're a public servant, you're an agent, officer. Why y'all keep harassing me? For what? Y'all don't have on me.
Okay. Well, this is just from the other officers.
Bro, answer my question. Don't you want me to answer yours, bro? Like, come on, we grown as hell.
Okay. All right, let's get going anywhere.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So I'm just letting you know what the charges are, Larry. So.
You don't want to answer you a question, bro. You don't want to answer my question back. You're supposed to be a public servant. Why? Because I got on orange, they want to treat me different, bro.
So, all right. Yeah, it might be a. Yeah, you give us a little bit. So.
Genuine, man. Of course.
Why do they need to interview him? Like, to see why he ran? Like, they already know, like, they have on body cam that he ran from them. Like, what are they interviewing him for? I'm kind of on Larry's side right now. Like, why are they asking him questions? They know he ran. Like, I feel like now I'm starting to think they are trying to like bait out like some sort of info or some shit. It's like, all right, they could just charge him with that. I mean, maybe he defends himself, but that seems more like a court thing than like, why do they have to ask him that? Yeah, they got to hear a statement. To hear a statement, you idiot. All right, Hens, let's settle down there, big dog.
I'm trying to harass somebody else and they gonna get away on y'all last two.
Larry was charged with felony counts of vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer, ×3. Second-degree recklessly endangering safety, ×2. Misdemeanor counts of resisting, obstructing an officer, and bail jumping, ×3. He received several citations totaling over $2,000. Larry's attorney asked the court that he be released on a signature bond since he turned himself in voluntarily. The judge rejected the request, stating Larry showed a gross lack of respect for the community while fleeing, and set his cash bond at $10,000. Head over to codebluecam.com and check out our great selection of quality-made merch that won't disappoint.
I love Code Blue Cam, bro, but is that supposed to be like Jurassic Park? LA Cross Core. That guy cannot run in a straight line without drunkenly falling over 4 seconds. Still evaded 2 cops. He's really lucky. Yo, actually. Never seen somebody eat shit so many times to get away and then they actually get away. Yeah, he fell 5 times and then still got away. Fell more than a person in a horror movie. Yeah, dude, that was like actually out of like a 90s like slasher. I felt like I was watching like Jason right there. Friday the 13th. Bro, he's like cartoonishly running right now and you can't catch him. What is this stance? He looks like he looks like a track star in the 1800s.
Just means running off the 5th, white shirt, black pants.
As the officers pursued him on foot, Larry ran back to his vehicle and got into the driver's seat.
Oh, you're fucking joking.
Stop. Stop, Larry.
Larry, please.
Hey, come on, do it. Hey, do it.
Haze him. What are we fucking doing? Oh my God, no way.
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably?
Oh my God, who the fuck is this lady? Bro, they have a warrant for his arrest.
Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him? No. He does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the f are you guys attacking him? I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
Okay, nothing to do with that. What the f is wrong with you guys?
You need to be quiet or you're gonna go to jail.
Arrest me, please. Because what the f is that? I'm just saying. What the f, yo?
Sounds like he had warrants.
He didn't though.
Well, we have felony charges on him.
For what?
I don't know.
Multiple incidents.
Does she even know him? Like, she's saying you don't have nothing on him. He got called. You guys got called because Larry was recording me. But she doesn't know him. So, like, how are you confidently being like, you have nothing on him?
For what? Can you
Like, you don't know this guy.
guys list any f***ing felony charges before you attack another
Felony
person?
flee and second-degree
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying. Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? Out of all the situation, you guys come here and you attack him for what?
We're not gonna talk to you.
You're not? For what?
75 status.
We're not gonna talk to you. Why? How can you not answer that?
We have charges on him.
You guys literally got called because that guy was recording me. Are you guys
People can record in public. People record us all the time.
Okay,
It's not a crime to
you call
record.
the cops and you attack him. For what? That is wrong.
Yeah, that is actually true. Like, I don't understand why the cops were called if she was just being recorded outside. Like, that isn't a crime.
Right there.
Just him. Just him. Are you looking for anyone else besides him? Okay. Do we need to talk to Bill or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is sad.
I'm gonna call him.
Guess he got away this time. I don't know what her problem is.
I just pulled up.
Listen, man, because you got people talking right here.
Yo, you know what okay, I'm not saying these people specifically, but them kind of standing, because obviously they're involved in this, so there's a reason they're standing outside. You ever, like, drive by just, like, an actual NPC that kind of just, like, hangs outside? Like, they kind of, not like they're, like, doing anything. They're kind of just, like, standing outside, like, loitering almost. Like, that's, like, a new level of, like, living in the simulation. Just kind of, like, posted up, like, an actual interactable NPC character that's gonna, like, grant me a side quest. Just, like, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, you live in an area, you drive by, there's always, like, the same dude just kind of, like, chilling on a bench outside of, like, a fucking Burger King or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude took...
Smoking a cigarette.
Started saying this.
Yep. We heard that's why we were here, is he was recording, so she called us.
He was recording people.
You're that NPC? Dude, I'd love to do that one day. Just kind of, like, post up and do nothing.
Recording.
Yep.
That's one. That's a violation.
70-35 to where you went.
It's not, though.
But at the same time, you're violating somebody's privacy recording.
But you're out in a public space.
Yeah.
There's no law against it. There's no law against it.
I understand that.
So we couldn't do anything about it, but we could just tell him stop.
When they asked him to stop, kept on.
Because she was screaming. It's her own fault.
First it was like this, normal.
I mean, she's taking something that wasn't a big deal, turning it into a huge deal, so. But Larry's got a bunch of charges, so that officer tried to arrest him, and he obviously got away.
Moments later, his vehicle was located unoccupied and crashed.
Oh my God, he crashed? Oh, was he drunk because he was at that bar?
Witnesses stated they saw a male flee from the car.
Crashed into the Goodyear, walks over to the local AutoZone. They find Larry just inside eating the chili.
Yeah, what's up?
Dude, what?
What happened?
We were in our apartment down there and we heard squealing. We were about to leave to go hiking and we saw this car.
might have been passed out or
So we were like, there might be a medical emergency
Okay.
and we just walked over.
Is he in there?
There's no one.
Yeah, this car just took off from a fight down there at Old Style Inn, so obviously he crashed into this thing here.
Yeah, we just heard the crash.
Got someone's
outside or something.
But he's gone? No one, you guys didn't see him take off?
No, we didn't see anybody take off.
39, he crashed.
Wow, this is like, I feel like I'm in like an old Western fucking film right now. This is how they had to catch criminals like 100 years ago. You see where he went? Nope. Ah. Guess we'll see him in maybe a month or two.
Down here, he's gone on foot somewhere.
I was getting gas and I heard somebody squealing, so I don't know if he came out of here or what, and I looked up and he hit the pole.
Yeah.
And then he took off
running that way.
Was a colored guy.
Yeah.
6 foot.
Was he wearing all black or?
Oh, white shirt.
A white shirt?
Yeah. He tried to.
Bro, read this guy's shirt. People eating tasty animals.
Take off with it and it just revved up and he couldn't move it.
Yeah,
So,
there's tires are toast on it.
you know,
You saw him crash into this pole here, and then he just took off running. White shirt.
Front this way.
Yeah.
Just a white shirt now?
White shirt, I think. Yeah, that's what he said. It's running. It's open, so I mean, it's search. It's abandoned vehicle. Oh, there's blood on there. Careful.
So he took off this way?
Yeah, he went running northbound.
Just pulling in.
Why don't we put a boot on his fucking car? Because I guarantee you he gets back in that shit in like 4 minutes. Like, let's lock up that vehicle because he keeps getting away with it.
Just got some little day trade action, and I heard taser deployedness, so that's not good at 8 o'clock on a Sunday.
Looking towards through the lot of one of Wells Fargo, possibly.
You must have been following the mail.
Yeah, you can. Well, you see the marks here.
Yeah. What's
It doesn't really look like he crashed. It kind of looks like he just pulled over.
So Larry Baldwin's driving this?
Allegedly. He
What
smoked his
The Larry Baldwin.
tires. What happened? Here's a chunk of his rim.
Caught up, he's holding on to it, trying to get him to the ground, and I just about had him.
Yeah, take his fucking tires off. Just put his car on cinder blocks.
Got loose, so I pulled out the taser, tried to tase him. He tased at the same time. We missed him. It hit his shirt. His shirt was
I think I got one prong in.
Yeah. Okay. And then we had him again, and I was coming up, and I tripped in the tomato plants. Took a digger.
Then he gets in the car.
Then he got in the car.
And he started. I was like,
yeah. Because at that time, neither one of us had a cartridge.
Almost a month later, La Crosse police were informed that Larry had been arrested by Wisconsin State Patrol in Monroe County on his warrant. He was then extradited back to La Crosse County Jail.
Yeah, we can take him to the interview room if he wants to talk to us, but yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
They about to leave the door open for Larry. He's gonna run out. Larry's been digging through the jail cell wall with a wooden spoon. He's gonna fucking crawl out. He's gonna slip out in the night.
Yeah, I have to read you this sheet, but we can go into the interview room and then we can go from there. So.
About what?
But, well,
Has it been 3 escapes yet?
yeah, we'll just.
Y'all make me feel real uncomfortable. What's going on?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before questioning and have the lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be appointed for you without charge prior to any questioning. If you decide to answer questions at this time, you can stop at any time during the questioning. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes? I need a verbal yes, man.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes, I
Yeah, okay.
understand.
Having those rights in mind, do you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time?
This is an
Okay.
investigation.
Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
Oh, that's not an investigation. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper. Talk. What's up?
Okay.
Take it off
Well,
my head.
having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have at this point?
Man, look, I know my law, all that. Who did you guys think I ran her phone? It's just like fleeing. Like what do you guys want from me, bro?
Okay.
Why do you guys harass me?
All right. So right now it sounds like based on the initial reports, you've taken off from our officers 3 times that they've tried to talk with you. So
How do you guys know it was me?
And pretty requisitely because multiple officers.
How you guys know it was me? Dude, I wish he had like some dollar store disguise. That would have been so fucking funny if while he was running from them, he had that and he has like plausible deniability. And he's like, you don't know that was me. He was just wearing like a really shitty wig. Yeah.
We're able to identify you.
How?
Because they saw you.
So all of these charges, what were you guys' probable cause for trying to come up to the person you saying that's me? What? Like, why? What are you got? Like, for real? You like, it's like since I moved back out here.
The last SAT I took at a different school. I knew no one. I was in a room with random ass people. I felt like I was at the DMV, and I was just taking that shit. It makes you lock in, bro. I swear. Take the SAT somewhere where you're not comfortable. Just do both. See which one you do better at.
The test is balanced around a certain amount of time. How come like IBS is plus 50% or like ADHD is plus 100? Like there's no way to know how much time should be extra to be balanced. And so people just kind of get what they demand and what they push for. And so the power scaling gives you more, power scaling is the wrong word, but it gives you more, just a huge leg up and a way to not balance it. And I wanted to figure out like why this is happening recently, or like what was the timeline that got us here? And it started with, I think, really good intentions. So the truth is, this guy, Mark Brimehorst, in the year 2000, had a true disability. He had no hands. And so he needed extra time for the test. It was just required, okay? And so Brimehorst took...
They wouldn't give him more time and he had no hands. Are you fucking serious? Like, what a polar opposite. Bro pulls up, he has no hands. And they're like, nah, you gotta just take that shit, buddy. What the fuck? I'd be like, yo, I give this guy hours, bruh. Like, you know how hard it is to fucking fill in a bubble? No hands.
Extra time for the test. He got a good score on the GMAT. And then when it was submitted, they had marked it by saying the score is obtained under special circumstances. This is what they used to do. If you took extra time or you needed an accommodation, extra bathroom breaks, whatever, it would be fine. You get your score, but it would say this. It would just have a mark.
Wait, if you have IBS, you get more time on the SAT?
And he sued and said like that was a scarlet letter that was making him less appealing to colleges or what.
What's IBS? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Whatever.
What about alpha-gal? I pull up. I can't eat mammal meat. I can't eat mammal meat.
Made his score seem less than, which I think is a fair point. Maybe people would...
They're like, okay. Do I get more time? No.
Would assume that there was something wrong with it. So once they got rid of this because of his lawsuit, that also got rid of the last barrier to being like, wait a minute, this is just better. And so rich people started to realize, wait a minute, I think there's a direct quote. The guy they called on the phone, it was basically saying like, yeah, I mean, wealthy families have realized that it's a bonus for their kids so that they're behind if they don't do it. And so now it's like an arms race where wealthy families don't want their kids to fall behind. So they're finding ever increasing wilder accommodations and reasons to get them and spending money through the nose to make that happen. So again, like, look, some students with severe anxiety can take the ACT over 4 days, and diagnosing severe anxiety
over 4 days. How are you taking it over 4 days?
Is not like a universally agreed upon test. You know what I'm saying? Different psychologists can say different things, and some psychologists like money. There's just this huge advantage that's like building and building and building. This has been going on for years, but now it's getting so extreme that parents are starting to really freak out because, especially if you're like in that upper middle, you can't even afford to keep up with this race. You can't afford to pay all the different psychologists to try and keep up. Some of them have to spend $10,000 for a diagnosis. Or finding a gas.
Bro, it really is annoying too, because then even like your entry letter, like when you write a paper to try and get into a college, because you usually write a paper, like that's most colleges, you have to write a paper talking about something to get in. Like they're cheating on the SAT, so their SAT score is fucking skewed. And then they're probably paying somebody to write their own college paper. So like all of their entry requirements are just fabricated. Like, these colleges are letting students in that are actually fucking stupid. And it's like, now the kids that are on paper testing lower, but are in actuality smarter, are the ones that have to go to worse universities. So that actually is kind of, do you think that'll cause like a shift later down the line where like a lot of these like higher upper echelon schools actually end up having worse students and less credibility? Because, you know, if you look at this on like a 10-year span, if people keep doing this, then like the average Harvard student is actually going to be a lot dumber than they used to be. And then, like, state schools are actually going to be the ones that people want to go to because state schools are actually going to have the smartest kids.
Gastroenterologist to support requests for unlimited bathroom breaks. Again, unlimited bathroom breaks with a friendly proctor is basically a license to cheat. It's a license to go to the bathroom, take out your phone, check the question, then come back. It's a license to cheat. Everyone knows this. And so I asked, I mentioned this on stream, and I asked people if they had any stories of this, and I got a ton. I picked 2, I think. Some people have parents that like have pushed them into using this. Some people have legitimate ADHD, and they feel upset because they know other people are cheating with it, and it makes them feel like they're getting roped into that bucket. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people who are angry about it. This guy said big glizzard, which you don't have to call me that in private or in public or ever. You said you wanted stories of SAT extra time, and boy, do I have some stories. I'm graduating today from a private high school in Boston, rich kid school. In my graduating class of 110 students, 25 receive extra time on College Board tests. They are not underperformers in normal class. Even our valedictorian got extra time. The school encourages it too. Like we took our practice PSATs, the students who did not finish all the questions.
Oh my God, PSAT, what a fucking shit. What a stupid fucking test. I remember PSAT days, bro. You might as well just fuck off. Put A for everything and walk out. Like, what is a PSAT? It's a practice SAT. It doesn't count. They give it to like freshmen and sophomores because they're trying to prepare you to take the SAT junior and senior year. It doesn't matter. Unless you're like a high score, unless you're getting like top in the country, you get like scholarships and shit. Like if you get like a 1550 on the PSAT, you might end up getting like money to go to school. So like try in that sense. But like if you know you're going to get like 1,000, oh my God, it's just a wasted day. National merit, I got it. Ooh, we have a genius in chat. Oh, aren't you smart? Oh, aren't you a fucking genius? Oh, aren't you fucking so smart? I got like 1,000 on the PSAT. There was a kid in my class. That I got like a 700 or like a 6 something on the PSAT. And no, like the teachers don't get mad at you because they just don't care. But I remember one of my teachers, because like in the PSAT, it's actually just like at your school and it's like proctored by your teachers. One of my teachers told the kid, he was like, dude, you did worse than the average guessing rate. Like you somehow got such a low score that it makes it seem like you knew the answers because you had to have put the wrong answer purposefully, because it's like not possible that like you could have just put A for everything and you would have done better.
They could qualify for extra time because it benefits the school to have a higher score. So even they're in on it, dude.
Like Miles Morales. Well, Miles Morales would get like a 0. Like, that's different. Like, if you get a 0 on a multiple choice test, you know the answers.
And so it's like a weird thing where wealthy schools are like helping kids towards these outcomes, which give them a structural advantage over regular people. I would like to make a bigger point. It's not just the SAT this applies to. It's all College Board tests like the PSAT and AP test.
Yeah, it's also fucking gaining info on you, dude. I remember taking the PSAT. Oh, my God. They would give you like a fucking 9-page quiz on your fucking life. Were your mom and your dad in your life? What education did they receive? What job do they currently hold? Blah, blah, blah. It's like gathering info on you to try and like pinpoint like just groups of people of like, oh, if your parents happen to be college grads, this is going to associate like to you having a higher test score or something like that.
If you do well enough on the PSAT, you can get full rides to some state colleges. I did that for ASU, by the way. Cha-ching. One of my best
PSAT, you get full rides. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Best friends.
But you have to do really well on the PSAT to get a full ride.
A egregious example of a student who gets extra time and really shouldn't. We took 12 AP classes together. He was always a top 3 scorer in class. Yet on test day, he gets 50% more time. For AP tests, time is what makes them hard. Like I get another 10% correct if I had enough time. And this is proven, by the way. So math.
Yeah, AP tests actually, more time is useful. AP tests, you're fucking, dude, you get like 5 minutes, dude. Answer a question. Move on.
Mathematically, your score goes up by like an average of, it's like 5 to 7, something like that, if you get 50% more time. Just being able to review your answers on math questions with more time, you can just take the answers, the multiple choice answers, and reverse engineer them to find them out. You have more time to do that. You can guess and check. On reading questions, you get more time to like really study the material. I want to be...
Dude, I remember I got a 650 on both. I remember like usually when you have, if you have an SAT, you could get a max of 800 points on reading and 800 math. And usually like some people are better at one than the other. I got dead even. I remember I got 650 on both.
Absolutely clear. My friend does not have ADHD or any other medical need for extra time. He does, however, have a prescription for Adderall, which he sells. So look, I mean, this is.
Are you allowed to take Adderall? Like, is that, dude? I feel like that's kind of like not cheating. Like, if you don't have a prescription for Adderall, wouldn't taking Adderall and then walking into the SAT kind of be like cheating?
The shit we're seeing, bro. It's like
a performance-enhancing drug.
Boots on the ground, students are seeing this unfair application of the rules. You mentioned if someone has a story about ADHD to message you on Discord. I'm late, but I'm 29 and I was diagnosed with ADHD, dyslexia, and auditory processing issue when I was 13 or 14. Okay, had to go doctors when I was 8. My family was in a situation where they could afford the evaluation. Even after getting my diagnosis, it took longer to get meds, and my high school admission wouldn't let me take honors or AP classes because of disabilities. This is an example of a person I wanted to include who was like, they legitimately have it, and this whole cheating around it has made it harder for them to get legitimate belief. When I have mentioned that I have my learning disability, I get 1 of 3 responses. 1, people say, yeah, I think I am too. People tell me, no, I'm not, because I
oh my God,
don't act like someone with a disability. Or 3, how did you get your diagnosis so I can get meds? I agreed they're overdiagnosed, and it's frustrating because now people think where I am because I faked my symptoms. There are always people in school that try to buy it and get meds somehow, but I feel like now it feels like it's everywhere. Sorry, I rambled. Well, you have ADHD, so don't worry about it. Anyway, this is what we're seeing. It's crazy. And on top of this, there's been an increase, not just in like this structural wealthy advantage where you get more time if you can lean on a psychologist, but there's been an increase in the SAT of actual cheating, like legitimate straight up cheating. Now, when I was a kid, a movie came out called The Perfect Score.
Dude, especially with like AI and shit now, I feel like there's gotta be like different ways people cheat. Like when I took the SAT, the most you could do is have like formulas pre-booked into your TI-84. Like your calculator, you could like pre-prepare, like you could pre-cook in certain shit. Somebody use AI glasses to cheat? Yeah, maybe like meta glasses. That's so obvious. I feel like meta AI, bro. You pull up your own Ray-Bans. Hey, why are you wearing those? Oh, I'm sensitive to light. Hey, Meta. Sorry. Hey, Meta.
15 people, 8 hours to make 100 items. How many hours will it take 6 people working at the same rate to make half as many items?
Dude, it's like impossible.
3 little letters.
And it's all about how a bunch of students hate the SAT so much they decide to steal the answers from the college board. They sneak in, steal the answers to try and...
Well, that's the... I remember, dude, you could get into, like, the real, like, nitty-gritty stuff. The SAT's different, obviously, every time you take it. But there's certain SATs that, like, tend to be easier than others. Is that still the way that it is now, chat? I have no idea. I remember when I took that shit, it was like they have, like, there was, like, 4 seasons of SATs. Like, you could take an SAT in, like, October or something. And there's, like, certain dates that it's, like, I think it was, like, October and, like, June were like the ideal dates to take the SAT.
And I remember watching this as a kid. I saw this in theaters, and I was like,
yeah, I remember people saying fall, like October was the best.
Damn, that sounds great. Well,
just react and don't talk. Oh, sorry.
Nowadays, you don't even have to do that because the SAT has gone digital, and people are finding much easier ways to cheat than what you need with Captain America, when you need for a movie, dude. As of March 2024, this is relatively recently, the SAT switched from being only paper to now digital. And it turned...
Oh, you fuckers. Are you serious? SAT offered digitally? Yo, colleges got to stop using this shit to fucking invite people. I would be cheating on that. No problem. What? What's that shit? Lockdown. Bro, yo, you took a test. Y'all remember COVID, bro? Motherfuckers, it was so easy to cheat. It was so easy to cheat, and then teachers found lockdown browser. Lockdown browser was like a nightmare. Yo, actually, I'd be taking a asynchronous class in college. Hey, we use the lockdown browser for all our exams. Lockdown browser records all of your I had a 2-monitor setup. It fucking blanks, turns off your fucking left monitor. I'm so serious. Lockdown browser is like a cop standing right next to you while you're fucking taking a test. It turns off my left monitor, records my screen, has your camera and your mic rolling, and you have to do like a test. You have to like film yourself before you start it.
From being only paper.
That shit was terrible.
To now digital. And it turns out once the SAT is administered on laptops and you can bring your own laptop, people have found many, many, many ways to cheat. And not only to cheat, but to steal the questions out of
the environment checks. Yeah, you'd have to go like this. You'd have to go. And like you'd have to show everything around you. I'm like, dude, there's guaranteed people that have like a friend or like some sort of notebook just like sitting and they do the environment check and just like happen to leave like a small segment out.
The testing and get it out to the public. For example, time zone cheating. People take the test in one time zone.
I would tape paper on my screen. Oh my God. Yo, because you don't have to show your monitor. You have sticky notes all over your monitor.
Upload the questions, and people in a later time zone have all the answers before they're.
You're taking a test with Lockdown Browser using Meta AI glasses. Doo-doo-doo. It starts beeping white. You're like recording, getting fed answers.
Test begins. This is happening. Sites in China are selling test questions. So people get money from uploading real legitimate questions, and you can find them. I checked it out.
Oh, sorry. Before I start this Lockdown Browser, I'm just letting you know, I have a grandma named Meta that I always have to talk to. Hey, Meta. Are you okay? I was just wondering, do you know how many cells tend to be in the human body?
It wasn't that hard to find. I was able to find this in no time. These are SAT exams. These are questions you can find online.
Wait, I kind of want to try and do one of these.
These are SAT exams.
Oh, fuck. Wait, lock in. Real quick, I zone in. I'm telling you, I get it right. Based on the text, how would the author of text 2 most likely describe the view presented in text 1? No, never mind. I'm over it. That just brought me back. That brought me back to me taking the SAT during Prime Fortnite and just getting off track in my brain nonstop and being like, oh, fuck. Just zone out, dude. That was the worst. The math portion was so much easier to lock in. This shit, dude, you're going, the California Department of Water Resources reports that agriculture accounts for 29% of all water use during a wet year. During a dry year, the figure more than doubles, claiming a staggering 61%. In contrast, urban water use ranges from 8% during a wet year to 11%. No, oh my God, it's the most boring shit ever.
SAT tutors have sounded the alarm. It is a multi-year breach of active.
It's B. Wait, you guys are just doing it while I pause.
The testing in the room has gotten
Meta
even more advanced. So I found my old TI-83 graphic. That's how old.
TI-83, holy shit, Brandon Ewing.
Hold on, I have an 83, not an 84. It says Brandon Ewing on the back. I found this. I pulled this out. This is the exact one
I don't even know if I have my TI-84 anymore. That's like a thing you keep because you're like, oh, that's an expensive ass calculator. But I'm like, when am I ever going to need that?
Use when I took the SAT. Well, nowadays, you can buy one of these. You can hollow it out and change the inside software to ChatGPT.
Bro,
and then you can buy this shit on eBay for $349. And it looks like a TI-84, but it has AI in it. And you can use it to solve your fucking problems. The level of cheating is getting absurd, dude.
Well, and it used to, here's the thing, bro, like, it could show their work now, too. That was, like, the hardest thing, was, like, classes like physics. On, like, homework, you can't just write an answer. You have to you would have to hand in your notebook, and you would have to show your work, like, how you arrived at that versus just the answer. And now AI, it enables you to show that as well. Like, earlier cheating when I was in high school, you could look up the answer, but it wouldn't tell you how to do it.
So much.
So you couldn't just write down like 34. Like you had to know, you had to be like, why is it that?
Cheating is now going on in the SAT the digital change that non-students have now been banned from taking it. This is true. So many people, you know, primarily because the profit you can get from selling at the Chinese websites, were taking the SAT for fun and then stealing the questions. And they have now banned everyone but students from taking it. They're trying to crack down. It's a war that's tough to do, but that's what they're trying to do. You know, to sum all this.
Unless you're a student, you're not able to take the SAT anymore. Bro, that like gets rid of the funnest fucking fantasy football punishment. You get last in fantasy, you have to go fucking take the SAT. Yeah. Dude, the funniest shit was like the video of like a grown ass man, he's like 35 walking into a high school to go take an SAT. And then it's like, the way you make it better is if you get last in fantasy, you have to go take the SAT. And if you get below a certain score, you have to do another punishment.
What's up, man? I want
So
you to
like
know
there's motivation to actually try.
that, like, if you are somebody who feels like this feels unfair to you, that you are a regular person who's getting pushed around by either unwillingness to cheat or wealth and power or wealthier schools, you should simply do what these guys did in the movie, which is don't cheat, but be super hot and end up as superheroes. Because that's what they did. They just, the end of the perfect score is they decide not to cheat. The whole movie, they steal the answers and they throw them away. Then they get a bad score and then they become... It's simple. It's a simple solution. If you have more stories of this and you're watching this on Big A Clips, leave it in the comments. I'm interested in finding out what your lived experience.
Bro, this was an interesting ass video, genuinely. Well, let me move back over. As a law student, I can 100% confirm disability comms are getting egregiously abused, or grievously abused. I was shocked walking into the first final, into my first final, that of my 90+ person torts section, there were less than 50 people in the room with me when I took my final. The rest, never half the class, at a good ranking law school with pretty strict admission criteria. Yeah, it's also like, it's like, how is that allowed? Like, like, especially for something like a bar or like a big law school exam, like, you can't have half the class be getting more fucking time. All right, chat, count me down. But they're like, you shouldn't do that. Yo, if I'm eating buffalo wings, my hands are covered in shit. My mouth is covered in shit. My nose is running because the wings have a lot of vinegar and are spicy. Oh, sorry, let me get up and go to the bathroom. I'm already disgusting, right? I'm already covered in filth. You know, what?
To do with etiquette. It was more sort of safety of the food and ensuring that you had food. And we're now sort of 500 plus years later so ingrained that we just don't put our elbows on the table. We sort of equate it to looking bad. It does look bad, but historically, it had nothing to do with looking bad. It was just to do with the food. Should you always say bless you? Well, not so much anymore.
The old predicament when somebody sneezes multiple times in a row. I've gotten to know there's a type of person that sneezes multiple times in a row. I'm a one sneeze and I'm good. Bless you. Thank you. You have a friend. Sneeze, sneeze. 4 times, sneeze. And then you say it once. Right, but it is really awkward when you're like, sneeze, bless you. They sneeze again, bless you. They sneeze again, bless you. You see him winding up for the 4th one. Don't you fucking sneeze.
Or there is an argument for not...
I can't do more than 3.
...saying it. It goes back to sort of saying... You would say bless you to someone else because in the medieval times they had the bubonic plague or might have had the bubonic plague, and so you were saying bless you as their...
Wait, that was where it started, was the bubonic plague? I knew you said bless you because it was like, oh, you might be getting sick, and getting sick in the olden times meant you were probably going to fucking die. I didn't know it was during the plague times.
A soul left their body as they were on their way to whatever comes next. Hopefully, touch wood, we're all okay now, so there's no need to say that. But I think, again, it's like the elbows on the table thing. It's a hangover.
Knocking on wood is also based in, like, spiritual origin. I know that. Like, when you knock on wood, that's based off some sort of either religion or, like, spiritual belief that, like, trees had something in them that would prevent, like, evil spirits.
So it probably is better to say bless you.
I knock on wood all the time. That's like one superstition that I say bless you when people sneeze and I knock on wood.
Sort of stare at them.
Knock on wood, question mark? Yeah. Like if you're like, the Eagles are going to win this Super Bowl, knock on wood. Like you're making a claim of something that will happen and you're confident of it, and so you don't want to jinx it, so you knock on wood. Or you're talking about something that you don't want to happen, and then you knock on wood because you don't want it to happen, you know?
As they say, nothing. There is
never heard of that in my life. What? You've never heard of knock on wood? That's like, dude, I feel like you hear that every other day. Do you live in a cave?
Societal expectation that you say bless you. Should you raise your pinky when drinking tea?
Oh, God.
Lovely.
Damn it, dude. These questions are pissing me off.
Question. And again, Out of my box comes a nice cup and saucer from the nearest charity shop. So, in terms of extending your little finger, it's a bit sort of Disney Hollywood to think that you do this and that posh people do this. You don't. You keep that finger tucked in. How we hold a teacup is by pinching with the thumb and the index finger between the handle.
I don't think I've ever used a teacup in my fucking life, bro. I'm drinking tea out of a fucking coffee mug. That's what I'm gonna do.
And the rest of our fingers follow the shape of the handle, and we keep our elbow nice and tucked in. The sticking the little finger thing comes from a couple of origins for it, but the one I like to say is supposedly in the court of Louis XIV and XV, where tea drinking was at its peak. It had just come in. It was very heavily taxed, so it was only the royal family in France. And
You heard of throwing salt over your shoulder as a superstition. Yeah, but that's only if you spill salt. I'll do that. And that's really annoying when you spill... I spill salt when I'm cooking, and then you're in your own fucking kitchen, and then I'm sitting here going... I just dump salt on the floor. But it's like I have to. You know, it's easier when you're at a restaurant. You knock over the salt shaker, you're like, you know, you don't got to clean it up. It's whatever. Now you're in your own fucking abode. You got to fucking toss salt on the floor. It sucks.
Ouch. Not realizing that actually...
I am going to skip the fucking pinky tea one because I don't give a shit about that.
Should men pay on the first date?
You should offer. Chivalrous. I think a lot of people... Chat, should men pay on the first date? I think a lot of people, like, with, like, male and female equality, like, some guy, there's, like, a type of guy that'll be like, well, why do I have to pay on the first date then? Why don't you pay? Why don't you pay? Why don't you split? Because it's still chivalrous, right? Just because you want men and women to be equal doesn't mean you shouldn't be nice. Like, it's the chivalrous thing to do. It's a nice thing to do as a guy to be like, yo, can I pay on the first date? You know, like, let me pay, you know? Or splitting's fine. Like, it depends on the couple. You know, you arrange that with your girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever you're with, you know? You figure that the fuck out. But it's like first date and you're a guy, offer to pay.
So I would say the one...
What do gay men do? Split? Mask pays? Is that real? Is that real? No way. There's no way.
One of the biggest areas of change with etiquette is around dating. And I would say...
Any gay chatters know what happens? Like, what do you do? Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, for gay men that go on dates, why would I fucking ask ChatGPT that?
Whoever initiates...
When there's probably gay people in my chat that could just answer the question for me. I'm a lesbian. All right, well, what do lesbians do?
Initiated the date should pay.
I'm not trying to sound like a dumbass. I'm actually asking because I don't know. Like, I want to know. Like, who pays? You don't always split. There's no... maybe it's just like you both offer to pay. Somebody just ends up paying. It's just situational.
So if I asked somebody out on a date, other than my husband being slightly alarmed that I've done that, but if I asked someone out on a date, I would pay. If they asked me out on a date, they would pay.
Oh my God, that's so... Wow, that solves everything. See, this is why we watch this guy. He fucking knows everything. The person that asks the other on the date should be the one to pay. I think that makes sense in general. And it's usually the guy that asks the girl out on the date. Whoever's the one that's like, hey, you want to go on a date? Yeah, no, that's valid. Because that is lame as hell if you ask somebody out on a date and then expect them to pay. That's weird. That's really weird. You go, hey, I just said that. Yeah, well, Zod, I kind of like filter out your chats mentally.
Can you split the bill? Maybe if the date had gone badly and you think there's absolutely not a hope in hell of us ever meeting again.
Date went badly, you go to the bathroom and just jump out the window and leave.
However, some people say they'd much rather split the bill even if it's the most phenomenal date and then everyone just pays, you know, half. It's fine. As long as you talk to one another and everyone's happy with whatever arrangement, it doesn't really bother me.
What else has changed in dating?
The Georgians had a lovely idea, which I do think we could bring back, called the bundling board, which is where you were allowed to, once a couple had become engaged, they were allowed to spend the night together, but not to, you know, see if, you know, they were compatible in that way, but just to sort of
fucking
see, did they snore, for example. And so a wooden board was put down the middle of the bed, and it was always in the bride-to-be's house, family house. The family would wait up to hear if there are any untoward noise.
Wait, what? So it, like, when they were engaged, they would sleep together to see if they hated, not sleep like fuck. They would sleep like sleep to see if they couldn't like lay in bed together.
Noises going on upstairs, and you would just sort of spend the night together just to see, you know.
Next video. Which country has the worst manners? Etiquette expert answers questions. We've seen this guy before talk about etiquette. It's really fascinating. If you remember, he showed how you're supposed to properly eat peas, and he stabbed them with a fork, which I thought was interesting because I always thought you would eat in peas with a spoon.
If you saw the late Queen eat a burger, all of a sudden she is not the late Queen because the Queen does not eat burgers. I'm sure the Queen did eat a burger in private.
Why does the Queen not eat burgers? Is that like a rule? Because it's like commoner food.
What do you think the Queen's McDonald's order would have been?
Oh, she was...
the Queen of England probably would have gotten a fish fillet of fish, rather.
Anyone's for a fillet of fish. She was. She did. Hello, I'm William Hanson. I'm an etiquette coach, and today I'm answering questions from the Honesty Box.
It's not a pre-watch, bro. That's honestly, that's me stereotyping British people. Like, what?
Did they pass wind? Were they pleasant to share a bed with? And I think we all need to bring that back.
What would the late old Queen of England
worst thing to eat while following proper etiquette?
Get at McDonald's? Probably a fish sandwich. Bro, I'm ripping ass 5 times a night. Yeah, just say fart. Yeah, passing wind. Rip ass. Are they farting? Yeah.
Should you tell someone if they have bad manners? Etiquette.
What does Brooke say? Dude, there's sometimes where I'll eat.
This is the politeness paradox. It is technically bad manners to point out people's bad manners themselves. Makes my job one of the rudest jobs going. But
Dude, pointing out bad manners would be so lame. It depends how bad of manners somebody has. Like this, I'm pointing out. You know, imagine you're having a conversation with me at dinner. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I just kind of... Hold up. If I eat a lot of, like, broccoli or asparagus, my farts are... You just coughing into the air. Something like that. You know, that's disgust. Smells so bad, and it's so funny. She'll get, like, really upset sometimes, but it's so sting. That's not even bad manners. That's just, like, you're spreading illnesses. You know? Funny, I'll rip ass, and cough into your elbow, your shoulder. It'll be like a silent one. And, you know, 10 seconds go by and I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's only okay for kids. Bro, even a kid coughing, dude, just like straight, like one of those, like, cover your fucking mouth. Like that's kind of, you know, keep my composure. And then randomly she'll go, oh, and then fucking get up. I would say something about that. But if it's like, oh, they have their elbows on the table or they're fucking cutting a steak wrong, I'm not saying shit.
I think it's better to lead by example rather than to actually tell them off. And if you are going to sort of correct them, it should be done in a very gentle, compassionate way.
Perfect answer. When you're done, just chuck it on the ground.
Can I place them there?
How politely can you chuck it away?
How should you hold a knife and fork? Great question.
Yo, I used to hold my fucking knives and forks like a caveman. Where's like an object? I used to use a fork like you're supposed, like, okay, if I'm cutting a steak, you know, and then I think you're supposed to switch hands, right? Aren't you supposed to put it down and switch hands and then eat it? That's stupid as fuck. Cut it, eat. Cut it, eat. There's been times where I'm so lazy that I will cut it, stab it with the knife, eat it. But when I was a kid, I used to hold a spoon like this. Like if this was the spoon. Like I used to eat cereal, and I would just hold the spoon or a fork, and I would stab shit like this. Oh! And then stand up. Silent but deadly? Yeah, no, the loud ones are usually normal. Like a caveman. You've told us that already? Oh, yeah, sorry, I mentioned that 2 years.
Well, burgers are pretty, while following proper etiquette.
Worst thing to eat while following proper etiquette. Chicken wings. No, ribs. Years ago, and you remember that. I can't repeat myself ever. The holidays are here, and the sports are kicking up. Whether ribs. What's the worst food to eat? Crabs. Crabs. No, it's not ribs, not chicken wings, crabs. Go be the NHL, the college football bowl, the NFL games, or anything of those sorts. Sports are bigger than ever, and what a better way to spice up the holiday game. Going to fucking getting a bib and fucking then with DraftKings Sportsbook. The sponsor of today's video. New DraftKings customers signing up with promo code JOEB can place a $5 bet and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. I'm a big parlay guy. Love a 3-pick parlay. Talk about it on stream all the time. Doesn't mean you need to be. You know, the crown's yours. That's DraftKings slogan. You know, you can, bet on whatever sport you want to. In whichever way you want to. That's why the crown's yours. Anyways, and if DraftKings Sportsbook isn't yet available in your state, you could still take part in DraftKings Fantasy. So sign up for DraftKings today. Link in description. Download the app. Use promo code JOEB at sign up. Place a $5 bet, and if your bet hits, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Well, look what's in the honesty box for me already. Some very expensive looking cutlery. So conventionally, the fork was held in the left hand and the knife was held in the right hand. But this goes back to a right hand bias when you were not allowed to use your left hand.
Oh my God, do left-handed people hold it the opposite way? Anybody that's left-handed in chat, do you hold the fork with your left hand or no?
To write or to carry your knife, and that's not necessarily just a table knife, that was your sword as well. So there was very much a bias on the right hand. Today, it is if you are left-handed, all God's creatures, it's absolutely fine. They're all amongst us. You can just switch the cutlery. You still